45 seconds. $30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I'd like for you to consider making a seat change with Brian only because of this reason. Where you sit has a more powerful and better internet computer.
Yeah,
and
2 screens.
Like when we break next time, if there's any way you can find it in your heart and
I'll slide over there.
Oh, phew.
Hold on.
Thought I was going to get joked up.
Not a big deal?
No.
Oh. Well, hold on. I wasn't even prepared for that.
Look at
Brian's fine. Now you saying he'll stick no hoe in my seat?
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025, the Tuesday after Labor Day, after a 4-day weekend, and I don't even know if I'm ready to go on the air. I'm so tired. I think I need a vacation from my vacation. Although I watched a lot of TV, but I had a huge project with Big Red Lummy on Saturday that almost killed me.
Oh, no.
It almost killed me.
Walk us through it.
Are you okay?
No, I don't want to walk anybody through it. But we were working potentially at where the new studio may be.
Oh, nice.
We were measuring stuff out. I think I got it narrowed down to my place. Now the only thing and listen, we're not going to be like very public about where the new studio is. Like, now it's 5021 West Nassau Street. Come to a burnout. Maybe get a media tour. Maybe get a studio tour if you're a good fan. All that. But I think that has been great for us as I've been here since 2000. And I think I moved in January 1st, 2012.
Are we ending tours? Because I think Donald Trump is ending the White House tours because of the remodeling that's going on.
Yeah.
Now are you ending tours?
Yeah, I like that. And thank you for giving me an excuse.
Yes, no, of course.
If the White House doesn't have a tour, why do I got to have one?
I just know Brian got one of the last tours they were doing this weekend when he was in D.C.
Right. So anyway, all I'm going to be able to tell you is that our studios are going to be off of Highway 41, like in the Wesley Chapel,
Land O'Lakes area.
Yeah. There's so many little strip malls and stuff. I'm not going to have a big Bubba Army sign out there. Nothing like that. Like, it's going to be completely...
Are we doing money laundering or something?
Pirate radio?
What? I just dropped something.
Oh, no.
Oh, I dropped my...
Oh, wow.
You okay?
Yeah, I dropped my mouse.
You see, he dropped it when I asked the hard-hitting question.
I'll get it. Hold on here. No, we do it. What was the question?
Are we cleaning money for people? Like, why are we why are we trying to be, so in the cut on this one?
What do you mean?
Like pirate radio style, like
because
secretly broadcasting.
Because, why do people need to know where we broadcast from?
They don't.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Maybe can we? Yeah, no, I like that. It's good.
Bubba 199s, maybe, I guess. I don't know. That might be a thing of the past. I don't know, Lummy. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to put a Bubba Army sign in the window. I don't think I'm going to say, here's our address, come do a burnout. I'm just like, we're downsizing, and, I think it's going to be very impressive. It's just going to be on a smaller scale.
Are we sharing a storefront with somebody?
A duplex?
Yeah, gas station.
A local salon.
Yeah, we're in a gas station kiosk.
It's like a combination: Taco Bell, McDonald's, Bubba Radio Network.
Right.
Yeah, it's like our signs are going to be up because Jimmy's hand soaps are going to be up.
Right. So I was working with Big Red on that, and it was just it busted my ass. And then I watched quite a bit of TV. Over the 4-day period. I think you were in Georgia.
Yes, I was.
For what?
Yeah, just going to Georgia to get away.
Yeah, like
Tybee Island, Savannah.
So it was a family deal?
No, me, Ashley, and Walker.
Well, yeah, that's your family.
Well, I meant like it wasn't like my mom or dad or grandma.
Well, no, your
grandpa.
immediate family.
Yeah,
you, Walker, your wife.
I know it seems weird, but now when people ask about your family, Lummy, they're just asking about like your wife and your kid. They're not asking about your parents.
Yeah, they don't care about your parents.
I know,
don't know.
Dan, see the shirt I got on today?
I love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Uh-huh.
What'd you do over the 4-day weekend?
I went to Jersey.
Oh, you did?
Oh, wow.
Is that what? But that's. You usually go up there in the summer times when the kids are in school.
Right.
But did you guys? Well, it was a vacation enough to be able to take the kids.
Right. I left Friday and then came back yesterday.
Oh,
so
okay.
It was beautiful. The beach was nice. It was a little cooler. It wasn't hot and humid.
Is this like the official? Like they always say up north that Memorial Day opens summer and Labor Day closes it.
Accurate.
And that's kind of how it goes, isn't it?
Yep.
People start, like up north, this will be the last weekend that you used your pool because now they're going to start the winterization program. Like people that have pools up north, they have to drain them like down to virtually, because if the water freezes, it'll crack like the concrete and stuff. So like there's a whole winterization program with regards to if you have a pool up north.
Is that why they do that?
Yes.
For cracking?
Yes.
I thought just because it wasn't going to be used and they were just covering it up and emptying it out just because
Think about this. I mean,
chance.
if
Makes sense.
If it's a liner,
Ice expands.
if it's a liner pool where it's just made out of vinyl liner, then a lot of times they won't drain it because that expansion of ice doesn't really do anything to a vinyl liner. But if it's like a gunite or a concrete pool, like
the original pools,
yeah, the good ones,
right.
the ones, then they'll drain it. So they'll drain as much as they possibly can out of it, and then they'll shoot antifreeze through all they have to take this this big compressor and then blow out all the lines, all the return and vacuum lines, and then they'll squirt they'll run antifreeze through the pump and everything. So that usually this week, people taking their boats out of the lakes and and storing them, or at least getting them out of the water, because you can't have a boat in the water that the water freezes around the boat. It'll break the boat. So this is the last weekend up north usually that you can enjoy, like anything water related. And after this weekend, everybody starts the winterization program.
Well, two things. Number one is the kids all start school today up north. They start the day after Labor Day.
Yeah, kids up north start like 2 weeks. Our kids have been in school, what, a week or two?
3
weeks. Yeah. Up north, man, they start usually today. The Tuesday after Labor Day is when they start school. That's incredible. They get out about the same time, too. They get out about...
No, way later.
Well, they get out like the second or third week of June.
End of June.
Oh, really?
It was like the third or fourth week of June. Yeah, it was near the very end of June this year. So
you went up there. Was Arlene up there?
Yes.
Now, when's she coming back? She usually comes back about Halloween, doesn't she?
Right, exactly. She likes to be back by Halloween. So like the third week of October, she comes back.
Now, does she have to do anything to the house to get it ready for the winter?
Well, my aunt usually tries to winterize it as soon as she leaves. She left. She was trying to leave, but they got in a car accident, and the car's not fixed, so they're stuck there for another couple of weeks. But
what kind of car accident?
Someone pulled out. I mean, Ocean City speed limit's like 30, so no one got really hurt too badly, but she got T-boned, or her husband was driving, and they got T-boned.
People have good insurance. They got neck braces on right now as we speak. They get bay flighted out.
I mean, again, 30 mile an hour.
I swear to God, if I ever get hit by a Publix truck, I'm gonna act like I'm paralyzed.
I would.
Be like, you got to bay flight me out of here. I cannot even feel I can't feel nothing. I can't walk.
Publix or Amazon.
Amazon, Walmart, Publix. If I get hit by one of those trucks, FedEx, please. I'm going to look like Bubba Christopher Reeve. So they got in a little fender bender. No big deal.
Right.
I mean, so where do they reside usually? Like you guys reside, all of the Diacos are from Tampa, Florida. Or, Clearwater, Tampa, St. Pete. Where are your infamous, aunt and uncle? Where are they from?
They lived in St. Pete for years. They live in Pittsburgh now, but they go back and forth. They still have a house in St. Pete that they go to and spend 3 or 4 months.
Now, did
in the
they
winter.
move down here because Daddy Joe moved down here, or did they just move down here because they wanted to move down here?
They were here first.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason my mom moved down here, to be close to her sister. So my uncle worked for Westinghouse and used to operate, open, and inspect nuclear power plants. So he used to travel all over the world.
He's got cancer?
No, he doesn't. He's 90. He's 90 plus. He's like 92 now.
So is that a testament to how safe nuclear power plants are when they thought that, the fish would be growing 2 heads just from all the nuclear waste and stuff like that, how bad they
From
thought.
Simpson episodes, Bubba?
Yeah,
What are we talking?
Yeah, that's his point of reference.
Yeah.
That's like Google.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, boy, I was at my sister's house for, I think on Sunday, and has anybody watched I think it's the 27th season of South Park. It's the new season. I think they're 4 or 5 episode deep, but that Comedy Central is owned by Paramount, which is owned by CBS, which lost that $16.9, was it million or $1 billion lawsuit to Donald Trump. Remember for the 60 Minutes deal? Remember Donald Trump's
million.
Yeah, 16.9 million. Remember Donald Trump sued 60 Minutes for creatively editing the Kamala Harris interview to make her look better, and he thought that was he went clear to a judge. He went through the judicial process, and I think CBS settled because Trump had him dead to rights.
Yeah, they look pretty guilty when you saw the uncut version versus what they actually broadcasted. There's a big difference.
You should see South Park now. They're using it to kind of get back at Donald, because I don't think you can sue. I don't think you can sue a cartoon under the guise of it's a parody. It's like think about. South Park is built upon making fun of people. Remember when they make fun of Michael Jackson for being a kid toucher? They've gotten away with
everything.
They make fun of everything. Well, they have really ramped it up on Donald Trump since they lost the lawsuit. They're using Comedy Central and South Park to do their dirty work for him. And every episode,
Matt Stone and Trey Parker, or you think they're taking writing tips from CBS?
No, I think that they
don't care.
I think they're pretty liberal, and I think they're pretty mad about it. And I think that they're probably just ensuring that their bosses are going to sign them to another $1 zillion deal when their deal's up. But every episode is about Donald Trump having a small penis.
That's like the theme,
and it shows his penis too.
Come on,
and it's teeny tiny, and they portray Melania as the devil. So every time he gets in bed and wants to get frisky with Melania, it's the devil.
That's so funny.
Oh my God, it's so funny. It is, and they kill Donald Trump.
Well,
I mean, they absolutely kill him.
It's smart though, Bubba, because that they probably spoke to their lawyers and said, "Listen, we can't put out news articles as if they're accurate, truthful, and represent what we're seeing
as news
and mislead people, because that's what they got busted on."
Right, as news, we can't really do much.
Right, we have to be accurate.
But in a cartoon parody type deal,
Game on.
where they put on before every episode, celebrities are portrayed in character type voices. They have this big long disclaimer on.
Well, I heard
South
if Trump actually wanted to, if Trump wanted to sue for whatever because they were saying he had a small penis, that he would actually have to show his penis in court to prove that they're wrong, and that they know that he would never do that. So that's why that they're able to go ahead and carry on with the small unit thing.
Everything, and then the one episode I watched, he had Charlie Kirk, Cartman was the new Charlie Kirk, where he would debate people, and it was about podcasting. I mean, I would highly recommend if you could go find the new season of South Park, and just how and woke is a joke, and everything's in play now. And then they got Kristi Noem as the Homeland Security advisor, and her face falls off all the time because she's so shot full of Botox and fillers and stuff like that. So she'll be talking, and all of a sudden her face will fall off, and they have to have a team of beauticians come in and put her face back together.
I have to start watching it.
And then, by the way, every time she has an opportunity to shoot a dog, any dog that she sees, she shoots, and and it's like very graphic. Anytime they show a dog, Kristi Noem draws down on it and shoots it.
It's funny, though.
It's so funny.
But that is funny.
If anybody gets a chance, me, Tarek, my mom, I think my mom was pretty upset. She's a pretty big Trumpster, and I think she was pretty upset about it.
Did she watch it all, or did she get up and leave?
No, she watched it all, but she wasn't having it.
Well, it's game on in a cartoon. You can pretty much say whatever you want. And it's obviously parody. It's a cartoon. It's been known for doing it for 20 years. The lawyers are smart. That's the best way to attack them.
Think about Trump, how when you guys watch one episode, I think there's 3 or 4, but watch them all if you can. And then remember, is it Randy Lummy? One of them has a marijuana farm.
Yeah, Randy.
But he turns it into a ketamine farm. And it's so funny. Oh man, it's exactly what's going on in our country right now. But just think about how mad Donald Trump is. Melania is the devil, and she will never have anything to do with him because he has such a small penis. So Donald pulls his pants down, and all you see is this little like Nirvana baby penis on every episode. And it's so
those must be fun to draw.
It's so funny. So Dan, I was watching a thing on History Channel, and it's hosted by Dan Aykroyd, and I think it's called I have it here.
I sent you to see if the video works. I think I found it.
Do you like Dan Aykroyd?
I mean, I'm indifferent about Dan Aykroyd. I don't mind Dan Aykroyd.
He's never upset me. I think it's been funny.
I don't have anything against Dan Aykroyd. I mean, I loved him in the Blues Brothers with
Belushi.
John Belushi. Yeah. Oh my God, you found it, Lummy?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Dan. So this right here, History Channel has a ongoing series with Dan Aykroyd called the Unbelievable. And it's about just various things in, our society over the years that you just would not believe. Like, it's just unbelievable. But yet I think it's true. And so I was watching this one, episode 8 of season 1, and it's all about doctors since this Vladimir guy in Russia might have been the 1800s or the early 1900s. He thought that monkeys' testicles were the fountain of youth. So he would try to take monkey testicles and implant them into human beings.
Oh my God.
And oh my God. And then there's this other doctor, Dan. That was one doctor, and after.
What happened to those people? Did they get sick? Did
I don't
they get
know,
infected? I mean, you would reject it.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's crazy.
There's one doctor, he wanted to do two-headed dogs. He wanted to do two-headed dogs, and he did 300. They all died, and they did 300 of them.
At what point do you say this isn't working? Like at 240, 300?
And then they did
six?
And then they did this. This one doctor thought that he could cut. Talk about where was PETA during all this?
There's no PETA back then.
There's this one doctor. He decides that he wants to cut they're all monkeys. Monkeys or dogs is what they experiment with. And Lummy, he has a theory that you can put heads. Like I can cut my head off and put it on Dan's body.
Oh.
And so he takes monkeys, these Reese monkeys, and he cuts one's head off. Let's call monkey A and monkey B, okay? So he takes monkey A and he cuts monkey A's head off and just throws it away. Then he takes Monkey B and cuts Monkey B's head off and puts it on Monkey A's body to see if by the way, the longest that any of his 150 monkeys that he did made it was 9 days. But,
wait. He actually had him live for 9 days?
Yes, and it had brain activity, but it was paralyzed because it was paralyzed from the waist on down. But the one monkey that he did remembered him and wanted to fight him. Started going like got real mad at him. So that was one. That was
cutting his head off.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
I'd be pissed too. Now I'm paralyzed and I can see you and I want to kill you, but I can't move.
Then I finally turned it off when they showed a doctor that worked at Alcatraz, you know, the prison. Mm-hmm. He worked there for 40 years.
He's the one that gave Al Capone mercury for syphilis.
He worked there for 40 years, and he took over 1,000 sets of testicles from men to put them. He figured if he could take testicles from people that were getting killed in the electric chair, whatever, and put them in older dudes, younger dudes' testicles, and young and older dudes, that it would give them like the fountain of youth. And none of that worked either. But I mean,
that's that doctor is the same one that, like I said, treated Al Capone for syphilis with mercury, and they said that Al Capone went crazy, but really what he had was mercury poisoning.
Didn't his syphilis go to the brain?
Well, syphilis can go to the brain, but mercury poisoning also pickles your brain, and so his dementia was more from the mercury than the syphilis. That's how they were trying to treat syphilis back then. They did some crazy things. Fortunately, we have peer review boards and ethical committees that prevent us from doing, these monstrous and grotesque operations and experiments without some basis that they have a chance of working.
So this is this. I got it right here. And then the final experiment is this. Is they get these two people. This is in 1950. That's
recent.
Yeah. 1950 or 60. And they get these two people, they put an ad in the paper and say, we'll pay you $4 to come in here and be part of a medical experiment. Well, you walk in, and in this hat, they got two pieces of paper. One says teacher and one says learner. And one guy grabs one piece and one guy grabs the other piece. Well, the teacher grabs the teacher piece of paper, and the learner, little did they didn't tell the teacher, but the learner was a paid actor. So the learner just wasn't a guy off the streets. He was a paid actor. And what they did is they put them in opposite rooms, but like like rooms that have like just the glass between them.
Like the interrogation room?
Yes, exactly. And so it was an experiment to show, like, if you're being paid and you got a immediate supervisor, how far will you go and obey your immediate supervisor's orders before your soft side or your humanitarian side kicked in? So they had these probes on these guys' like head, and went from 1 volt to 450 volts. Now, 450 volts is enough to power 2 homes, and it'll kill you. So they would ask, the teacher would ask the learner this question through an intercom system, and it would be like opposite, boy. And the guy was supposed to say, girl. Now, okay, got that one right. Black. And the other person was supposed to say white. Well, it increasingly got harder. And if you missed it, then the teacher was to hit this little button, and it gave the guy a jolt, like, meh, and it started at 1 volt and went clear to 450. Well, as these guys are getting them wrong and the teachers are hitting the buttons, the actors on the other side are going, ah! like you can hear them, and then and the guy be like, ah! I want to quit. I want out of here. I'm going to die. And some of the teachers really got off on having that much power and being able to blast you, and so that was part of this thing that I watched.
Could be disturbing.
Is that what we're seeing right now?
Yeah, hopefully.
We may have to open it at a different browser because it's kind of a pain because we got around the paywall.
People will do a lot of things they wouldn't normally do if they think that you have to do it.
I may not be able to. I mean, Dan, this would be something you might want to watch.
Yeah, it sounds interesting.
or a CIA plan to use it.
Oh, yeah, they used a cat. They wired up a cat, Lummy. The CIA spent $20 million on teaching a cat and to like go into the Russian embassy and be like a spy, and they had to wire this cat up with like microphones in its ears, and then a wire down its back, and then another antenna wire up its tail, and they taught this cat how to infiltrate into the Russian embassy, and they were going to listen to the Russian embassy, right?
So the cat was a spy?
So the cat was a spy.
Wow.
And they spent, this is 1960, and they spent $20 million on this cat.
One cat.
On one cat.
Wow.
And so they go to the.
Thank God Dan Aykroyd's exposing all this for us.
Yeah, so they go, they take the cat. They got it all trained, what room to go into, because back in the day, like in New York, there were alley cats everywhere. So it wasn't unusual to see a cat running up and down the sidewalk back then. Still is.
How do you train a cat though? Cats don't listen to anything.
That's what they were saying. Cats are so particular about doing their own thing. So they get it all trained up. They got $20 million. They had to have surgery on the cat to put the microphones in his ears and put the wire up his tail so they could hear it. And they stop by the Russian embassy in New York City, and they let the cat out. And as soon as the cat hits the ground, it gets hit by a cab, and he dies.
No way.
Yeah, and they completely blew $20 million. And so they would say, you would think that if you had a $20 million cat, you would drop it off at the doorstep, would you not? I mean, man. But most of every story was about balls, testicles.
What's this infatuation with testicles?
I don't know what. Doctors.
They hold all the powers to the world.
Well, if you take testicles and, juice them, you get a lot of testosterone, and that does make a difference.
Well,
when
this
you give it
one
to somebody.
doctor, this Vladimir guy, here we go, hold on here. I never knew that the Egyptians cut off their balls.
They what?
Listen.
When he studies Egyptian eunuchs.
Yes, they did. You know why?
No.
Because if you had a male slave to like a princess, they didn't want the slave to have sex with the princess, so they'd cut his testicles off, and then that way they would be less of a concern. The other reason was for singing. When young boys had beautiful voices, they would cut their testicles off.
And they could hit the high notes.
They did that in Rome too, because that way they could. And also in the medieval times, because they could hit the high notes. They've done that. They've done that until probably just a few hundred years ago, Bubba.
Mommy cutting your balls off.
Oh,
Can you imagine you're just a regular slave working, slaving away? Next thing you know, they're like, "Hey, we're going to cut your balls off so that you can sing higher and you're not attracted to the princess." But I'm here working my ass off. That's okay. No balls for you. And would you cut the guys' balls off if the experiment? I mean, I'm sorry, the history or the information that you're getting from the Egyptian eunuchs are that everything went bad. They started walking why would you think that would be a good thing?
Castrated males.
Again, I think the purpose was so they became less of a threat for infidelity, and when you did it to a kid, his voice wouldn't change because he didn't go.
Got to go work. I mean, if you can't go to an adult, where do you go to? A monkey. Poor monkeys. We've killed so many monkeys under the guise of medicine. It's ridiculous. This one guy killed 300 monkeys.
Essentially transplant a
monkeys don't have any rights.
his man.
Something interesting, Bubba. If they had stayed with the same species, they probably would have gotten away with it, because interestingly, there's two parts of your body that are isolated from parts of your immune system. Part of your brain is, but most importantly, your testicles are, because your testicles make things, the sperm.
You're saying testicles got a mind of their own? I can attribute to that.
But they're immunologically isolated, and so you.
Let me. How many times has your head said no and your balls said yes?
All the time.
I mean, we've all lived that nightmare, have we not?
Greg Del Filippo, $20.
So listen.
If you did an allograft instead of a xenograft is different species. So that's like taking a pig testicle and grafting it onto a human testicle. That would never work long term. But an allographic testicle transplant actually may work because, like I said, the testicles have a little bit of protection
Dan,
from
you're
the
as
immune
mad
system
scientist as this guy is.
wouldn't need rejection
So
medicine.
wait till you see what he does. He finds his brother. This is his brother's before picture right here, right? Yeah. How would you like? Look at my brother. Look how good he looks. Took 20 years off of him. Look at him. Oh, goddamn, it did. Well, all I got to do is put just a little bit of monkey nuts inside your nuts, and you're going to be 20 years younger. Plus, have a little smidge of monkey balls in your balls. Ken, get me some monkey balls. Really?
Can you imagine?
Yeah, no. Listen, they finally debunk it, and they run the guy out of town.
Sign up for the surgery, and Monkey Glands for Millionaires is born.
Monkey glands. And he's got all these poor monkeys. They're going to get denutted.
Where he can raise monkeys specially produced.
Look, I got this monkey. Look, Dan,
He's on the rack?
Yeah, I can't see because we're not able to get the big picture. But they got this monkey tied up to like a bed spring rack to take his nuts off.
For his monkey gland surgeries.
2 decades and 2,000 surgeries later.
Hold on. 2,000 surgeries later.
So what do you think he was charging back then for
I
a
don't
ball?
know. Men's testicles and shoots them in your abdomen as testicle paste. All right, I'm not going to get into all this, but Dan,
What do you mean? We're in it.
We're pretty deep, man. We're neck deep.
I love Dan. I gotta have you watch it because it's everything from the CIA cat to a 2-headed dog to
It's like Ripley's Believe It or
and
Not.
then the guy from either San Quentin or Alcatraz, he was doing he would do plastic surgery on some of the inmates because he was just always experimenting. He would do plastic surgery on some of the inmates that were getting released to make them look better. This guy worked at Alcatraz for 40 years. 40 years.
Dude, wasn't football on this weekend? How did you get on this?
I don't know.
I saw like 7 football games.
This was Sunday morning before anything really got going. Yeah.
Slow slate on Sunday.
Yeah,
okay, I got you.
It was a slow slate. And another thing that I watched this weekend, and I just can't.
Please tell me you watched Florida State get that ass.
I did watch Florida State get that ass. I did watch my Green Bay Packers trade for Micah Parsons, which has got the entire league up in arms.
Congrats.
I would
See
say
Schauber's 4 home runs
no, I did not.
for the Phillies.
I did not see
was
that.
amazing. Almost had a fifth.
Didn't watch much Rays at all. Watched Colorado lose. Friday night I watched because Warsaw Tigers, if they're at home, they played on their YouTube channel.
Nice.
I watched them. Now listen, their coach, Warsaw's just turning the corner around in their program. They've had this coach now for I think 8 years, and last year they made it to the state finals and lost. But he likes to schedule the hardest team he can find on game 2 every year, and they usually lose. This year they scheduled Warren Central, which is a 9-time state champion. They've won the state champion 9 times, and they only got beat 21-14.
That's not bad.
But because these aren't conference games, they don't count.
But it's a good test.
But he loves that. I watched Notre Dame get beat.
USF won.
Watch USF
Thursday.
get that. Got to watch USF get that ass. But I was watching women's volleyball. And have you noticed? I think it's the generation that we live in because probably little Danny does it in sports too. I don't know if little Sammy does it or not in her sporting events, but. So I'm watching Florida versus LSU or something like this, and even when a girl messes up, like the ball's coming right at her and she whiffs and she misses it, her whole entire team gathers around her and comforts her and gives her there's more high fives. Is
it indoor volleyball?
Yes.
Yeah, they do that a lot, Bubba. They've been doing that for a while.
You could cut the game by 15 minutes if the girls weren't high-fiving each other all the time.
You add like the pitching
After
rule?
every play, a girl could whiff. The ball went right by her face. She missed it. They're like, "Oh, Jenny, it's okay. High five, high five, high five."
I mean, in basketball, whenever you miss a free throw, all the guys come up and they touch you. I mean, when you fumble the ball, and you go to the sideline, I saw this weekend there was a guy that put his hand under the other player's chin to pick up his head and patted him on the back.
Oh, it's so sweet. I didn't see Bill Belichick's son doing that to him after he got his ass whooped last night in football.
Yeah,
Carolina got destroyed.
Is the Bill Belichick experience? I mean, who'd they play?
TCU.
Well, yeah. So I mean, it's not like
Neither's ranked.
I mean, TCU's a good program.
But Bill Carolina's not a shabby program.
Yeah.
They said there's a huge talent discrepancy. They said that there was 20 scouts to go that were at the game last night, and that only 2 players of North Carolina potentially could make the pros. So I was thinking last night, I saw North Carolina scored right off the bat 7-0.
Right.
Michael Jordan's there. He's in a box with Lawrence Taylor. Roy Williams is there. Then Randy Moss is. They're showing Belichick's girlfriend and everything. And then I woke up and saw that they were down 41-7.
They got killed.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
They got killed.
Would you send your kid to play for Bill Belichick?
No, I don't think I would.
I don't know. I just don't know.
I'd send my kid to play. I mean,
he looks miserable. I don't know. He has the same. He's the same
dry piece of. He's a dry popcorn fart.
I just don't know how that plays with 18, 19-year-olds.
And it looks like this girlfriend of his, which when he was a coach for the Patriots, there was never a woman that sidetracked him.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
His wife of a zillion years. I mean, he had some old bag wife, and she was never part of the equation. He went to work. He was dry as a popcorn fart, but he had unbelievable success for New England, and he was on his own island. Now he's incorporated this gold-digging bitch, and she's, getting as much press as he is to the point where they're trying to file, federal trademarks on the word gold digger and things like that. So it's like it's not all Bill. It's like he's sharing the limelight with this bitch a little bit, and I think it's maybe to the detriment of his team and or his coaching abilities.
I know. It looked like North Carolina. Everybody rallied around Bill Belichick. It was, the ESPN really put it on display last night. Obviously, having Michael Jordan there, Lawrence Taylor. I mean, those are some big time guys. And then, to get your ass kicked like that, and then to show everybody leaving the stadium early, it's a tough game for the hoodie.
Especially when. Seth, they brought out all the Lawrence Taylor, Randy Moss. I mean, they brought out the star power for sure. Anybody that played for North Carolina at one time, even basketball, came and for Bill's debut, and they probably were feeling really good when they went down, marched it right on down and scored. Right?
I thought so. Yeah, I thought, wow, hey, here we go, North Carolina. Here they have arrived now,
and it was a featured game. You got to think about it. That's Monday Night Football.
Right.
McAfee was there, Saban. I mean, that was that was might as well have been the LSU Clemson game. They hyped it up so much.
Man, that was a good game. What the hell happened to Alabama getting their ass whipped? They didn't get beat. They got their ass whipped. Is it the Nick Saban's gone deal? I mean, is
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said the players just weren't playing.
Well,
they're making TikToks now, apparently.
Is Florida State now? They were unranked, weren't they?
Yes.
They were unranked, and what was Alabama,
8?
8?
Yeah.
Adam Schefter said that Florida State is back, that they're legit.
They were undefeated 2 years ago. They got completely butt raped going into the playoffs, and I'm sure everyone out of disgust just left the team. I mean, they got destroyed in their bowl game because people already declared otherwise.
And let's not forget Arch Manning. He came in and crapped the bed.
He got exposed by Ohio State.
He got exposed.
Exposed! It's his first game.
I know, but hell, I mean, they're saying. They already got him. They got the Colts. They got the Colts tanking this season on purpose so that they can get the overall number 1 pick in Arch Manning. They got the Colts tanking this season.
Same with the Saints.
Yeah, exactly.
But look, here's the thing:
the Saints and the Colts are they're competing as to who can get the worst record.
But everybody's gathering around Arch Manning, celebrating. It feels like he's hated as much as Shador was. Arch Manning never said that he was the next Peyton Manning. Everybody else did. He just went to college. He's just had the last name on him. He had a horrible game.
Didn't Eli Manning say he was the next Peyton Manning and didn't play out to the game? Although he did win a Super Bowl.
But I'm saying Arch Manning didn't say, I've arrived, I'm I'm the man. I'm going to be the number one pick. This is what everybody put on him. So when he struggles, it's tough to go like, aha, you suck.
Eli won as many as Peyton. You didn't know that? They both won 2 Super Bowls.
Oh, I thought it was 2 and 1. I didn't realize he won 2.
But a lot of people don't realize Eli won as many Super Bowls as Peyton did.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't know. I think he's good, but he's not the second coming of Christ. Like
when it gets the national champions who have their defensive coordinator is Matt Patricia, who won how many Super Bowls with the Patriots as their defensive coordinator. I mean, you got to give the guy a chance to get going a little bit.
Yeah, he was throwing a lot of schemes at him.
And I also think Ohio State is way in a different league. I mean, yeah, I know that Texas comes out number 1 preseason mostly because of the Arch Manning hype, but man, Ohio State they're pretty stiff. They're pretty, and you know what? Penn State's pretty damn good. Big Ten's pretty good this year. I don't know how Michigan is. Michigan down for all the
no way. They have an incredible freshman quarterback, Underwood.
Do they got any penalties? Are they fighting any type of penalties for all the nonsense that was going on around there?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
there's like small ones, but it's not really affecting them.
So
I don't think they're not eligible for a bowl or anything.
Indiana's tough. I don't think Indiana's going to be as tough as they were. How's Wisconsin? Wisconsin tough? Big Ten's tough, man. Big Ten's tough. SEC's tough. I don't know about the Big 12. Is the Big 12 tough? I mean, they got Iowa State.
I don't know who's on the Big 12 anymore. I only know of the SEC and the Big 10.
Who did Florida play?
Long Island University.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it was their first game ever as a football team.
It was pretty.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
Did we get a cash giving?
Cash out?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Greg DeFilio, and we had Captain Creamsicle.
Did you shout him out?
Not Captain Creamsicle, Greg DeFilio did.
Will you?
Yes, sir. Okay. Dirt Merchant, $10. Thank you, Dirt Merchant.
What's up, Kenny Powers, T. Bennington, Big Lunger, Bob Cook, Longwood.
Didn't you want to tell people not to give money today, Sponjo?
I'm going to do that right now with this.
Why would you say that?
What's up, Jeff?
Because I'm going to tell them to save their money to buy this tomorrow.
Oh. Grumpy old biker. Berto Perez. What's up?
Is that how the DVD was actually labeled?
No.
Oh, it looks like your handwriting. That's why I was...
No.
Stop and Go Steve, Cable Dog, 92 months. Stop and Go Steve, 85 months.
He hasn't made a funny movie in a long time. I agree with you on that.
Lummy, why doesn't USF give all those tickets away, man? It looks so bad having that stadium. I know it's an NFL stadium, but
Merchant, $5.
it looked really bad sometimes on TV.
They've made some different changes for the ticket thing, it's so pathetic.
Is it hard to get tickets?
No, it's.
Are they expensive?
No, they used to give free tickets like past Thursday night.
What up, Berto? You're the man.
Stopped it. Haven't brought it back.
I gotta send you some capybara pictures.
Just greed.
Well, don't worry, Seth, the next home game, I'm sure they're.
Group Lips.
Who's the next home game?
Some of
these pages.
Against Florida or something?
No, they're away this week to Florida. And then to Miami.
Woo!
And then they come home against Savannah State or something.
What's up, Brady? What's up, Andy? What's up,
They have
Dirt
the
Merchant?
hardest first 3 games in the nation.
They have the what?
Hardest first 3 games.
Who does?
USF.
They do?
They're at Florida this week, and then they're at Miami next week.
Man, can you imagine if they
turn Florida and Miami?
Oh my God!
Would that be unreal?
And let me. Here was this coach who came in the same time Dion did.
That's right.
And we were talking all this smack about this dude.
Sometimes spin.
Where did he come from? Louisville or?
Did he come from like a division? No.
He came from Tennessee.
He did?
Yeah, he was the offense coordinator there.
Dan.
What's up, Greg? What's up,
I gotta
Biker?
get you a copy.
What's up, Big Red?
Of this History Channel thing.
I'll watch it. It sounds really interesting.
Get him a copy. How the fuck would you even do that?
Let me go get him a link.
Yeah, I'll send him the link.
Give me a copy.
Get you a copy.
We'll talk to Dan Aykroyd. You had him on what? I think twice.
Oh, I had him on. Yeah, I had him on back in the day.
Yeah, a couple times. Promote his podcast.
What's up, Blazing Blues again? We'll do a hello squared.
Day 3 times. He is also a National Sprint Car Hall of Famer as well. So his legendary. We've been very busy, but
Yeah, History Channel already got us, Bubba.
They did?
Yeah.
Fucking So do we have to cut all that out?
Yeah.
We'll just cut it out. Fuck it.
So if you see an email or anything, that's what it is.
What's up, Cash?
Will you guys handle it?
Yeah, we're on it.
All right. Thank you. I'm sorry.
That's it.
My fault.
We tried to do it around him. Even half screen didn't work.
Congrats on the Hell Team, Jeff.
Thank you, Greg D.
Day 3 times. He's also a National Sprint Car.
45 seconds. What's up, Mr. Mark? What's up? Are you gonna call you this lose?
Zero. Was that fucking disaster happened? Jersey. You know, you start doing the panic thing. Hurt myself.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Fish on the J 25.
Captain Creamsicle $100.
Thank you, my friend. I'd like to ask everybody to hold your money. No money today. Maybe no money all week. Maybe no money all week next week. I would rather you invest $20 into buying the pre-sale of the documentary Video Killed the Radio Star. Now, the website they put a website up, videokilledtheradiostarmovie.com. And I'll have links on our Facebook and on our X and virtually everywhere. On our Instagram, we'll have, the link. Now, they're only pre-selling it on iTunes/Apple TV. That's the only place that you can buy it. Pre-sale. Now, when it becomes available, then it's on, I think, Amazon Prime, and Google Play as well. That's next Friday, the 12th. But, so, please, no money today. Although, thank you for Captain Creamsicle. Thank you for Fish on the J. This goes on sale tomorrow. So today I'll be talking about it. I'm also appearing on the Danny Jones Concrete podcast. Did you know he had 1.1 million?
Yeah, he's blown up.
Subscribers on YouTube, and he just appeared on the Joe Rogan. He just did Joe Rogan not too long ago.
Ron G, $20.
So I'm doing Danny Jones today in the Concrete podcast, and then I got just a whole bunch of stuff. I got a media thing on Thursday. I just got, and then Friday, of course, is the the premiere, the VIP friends and family inner circle VIP. Now, if anybody, like for instance, I haven't heard from Iggy.
Oh, really?
So can you get a hold of Iggy?
Yeah.
If there's anybody in the royalty realms, if you will, and you feel as if we've missed you, like I think I got Buck. I think Buck's coming down. But this is going, I think doors open at 6:30. Movie's going to be at 7:30. There'll be a red carpet and, with a photog opportunity. There's going to be a cash bar. So I think there'll be a question and answer thing afterwards. And again, I think they got either a parking garage or there's more than enough parking at this place. Everybody should be getting their emails that emailed us today. Today is when your tickets go out for those that have been fortunate enough to be invited to this. I don't know if Brooke Hogan's coming, but Ric Flair told me he wanted $30,000.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
And then Matt Heller said, I guess Rick said, tell Bubba I'll give him a $5,000 break, $25,000. I mean, come on, Rick.
So he can poop himself and hit on a girl inappropriately?
So
on his waitress?
I got Brooke Hogan. I think Tatanka, Joe Gomez. I don't know who else as far as
Reginald's going.
Who?
Roundtree.
Yeah, I know Reggie and his wife's going.
Who's going to be part of the Q&A, and is that going to be before or after?
I think it's going to be me and the filmmaker. I think it's me and the filmmaker. I think it's going to be after. So again, doors open at 6:30, probably closer to 6. Because I mean, if you're getting, we're expecting
get inside to see batting practice early.
Well. We're expecting quite a bit of people. I mean, I think we're expecting 500 people.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be small.
Well, that is small. We're expecting 500 people. I think the venue's I don't know how big the venue. The venue is larger than that.
You're not doing one of those things where you're giving out more tickets than the theater actually holds, are you?
No.
Okay.
No.
You can watch outside on a big screen by the parking lot.
No. But you're also going to have a certain amount of people that say they're going that don't go.
Yeah, sure.
So we're like 250 tickets. We're giving away 5. I think it fits 8.
Really? It's massive.
So, we're hoping 350, 400 show, of the 500 tickets, we're expecting probably 100 no shows, but it'll be played in its entirety. How
long is it?
I think it's 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and 17 minutes, something like that. So here's the artwork. If you'd like to go to videokilledtheradiostarmovie.com, you can watch the trailer. And then starting tomorrow, you'll be able to, pre-buy this thing on Apple TV/iTunes. And so I'm asking for you, if you were going to regularly donate, $20 to the show or whatever, just hold off and buy the doc instead. Pre-buy it.
So if you buy it today, when would you be able to actually?
You can't buy it today.
You can't, or if you could pre-buy it tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So if you pre-buy it tomorrow, when do you actually get to be able to see it?
On Friday.
It'll just suddenly be active.
Yeah. So it'll. Yeah,
exactly. I'm not
exactly.
trying to be difficult. I'm just curious.
No, I know. And then it's going to give you, I think, a code that gets you to a different part of this website, the videokilledtheradiostarmovie.com. You're going to be able to get some bloopers and some behind the scenes stuff, pictures of the red carpet, and things like that. So again, videokilledtheradiostarmovie.com. Pre-sale starts. I don't know if it's midnight tonight or it's 6 a.m. tomorrow or what.
Upstate New York FTE $10 and Greg to Fliplo $20.
Please save your money.
I'll start by the pre-sale tomorrow.
Should we send it back?
No,
okay.
not sending it back. But please.
Did you invite?
If you're going to give me $20, give me $20 tomorrow on my pre-sale. If I can, I'm trying to hit 1,000 because Apple TV/iTunes has told the documentary people that at 1,000 you get into like a suggestive kind of deal.
Oh, it helps the algorithm.
Like if you go to appletv.com. All right, so if you go to Apple, hold on, sir, don't go anywhere, okay? If you go here and then it gives you these things like top 10 movies, watch premieres for free, new releases. So all of this is aggregated based on, how many clicks they're getting and stuff like that.
Did you invite the Howard Stern people?
No, I did not.
Upstate New York FT, $20.
Howard's big announcement today, supposedly,
Is?
on what he's doing.
Oh, really?
Whether he re-signed or what. Yeah, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Bubba. How you doing today, you and your crew?
Good. Don't forget, tomorrow the pre-sale opens up on Apple TV for you to pre-sell or pre-buy the Video Killed the Radio Star. And so if we sell 1,000 pre-sales, then you get up in this kind of area.
Oh,
Wow. This suggested top 10, trending, all of that kind of deal. Must-see hits, blah, blah, blah. So what can I do for you, sir?
So I got a little bit of a bone to pick, not with you guys, but with the general public right now. School is back in for 3 weeks where we're at. We're over in the East Coast in the Palm Beach County area. My wife is a teacher for the last 22 years. She's already out of school this week with COVID because the parents are sending the kids to school knowing that they are sicker than dogs, but they're sending them to school still. And unfortunately, it's now affecting other students and the teachers.
That happens every year. That happens every single year. Everybody gets sick the first 2 weeks of school. This has been going on for decades.
And now with COVID, I mean, I guess
COVID's
it's
still
making a comeback
thing?
is what they're saying.
Listen, sir.
Dude.
Dan said.
Come on, man.
Dan has said.
It was a cold last year. Now it's COVID. Whatever.
Dan's saying that that's just the way school goes. All the kids have been rolling around all summer long, picking up whatever, and they all get back to school. It's a big petri dish, and everybody gets sick.
Every time. Every year this happens.
Teachers, students, principals, everybody gets sick. So what are you bitching about? Your wife sick?
So, Dan, I really respect your opinion. So you're saying that COVID is not a thing? It's just a common cold that they're just trying to push off on COVID?
Yeah.
Is that what?
First of all, COVID is a thing. It killed millions and millions of people in the world. The current version of COVID.
One of our relatives.
The current version of COVID is far weaker and less pathological, virulent, or deadly than the original versions of COVID. There's about 400 proven ways to treat it. So if you have COVID and you choose not to treat it and you get really sick, that's a problem. But little kids, which has been proven, they catch COVID, don't get really sick. They don't die, and it's not that big of a deal. I'm sure the teachers are all vaccinated because their unions had to get them vaccinated.
But Dan,
the vaccine's not even working.
Even when COVID was a real thing, kids were less likely to be affected by it than
it's
adults.
It's a cold for them.
Right. Even when COVID was a really bad, big boogeyman, even the kids were not affected as much by COVID back even when the big COVID boogeyman was around.
Yeah, and if you're so scared of COVID, get your 15th booster and take Paxlovid. But it's not that big of a deal for a kid, and every year they spread a cold, a flu, COVID, whatever the communicable disease du jour is for that year, but it happens every single year.
So it sounds like my wife was just lucky over her course that she didn't get sick every year.
She got sick this year?
Yeah, this is the first year she's really got sick.
How old is she?
She is 45.
And how sick is she?
Oh, she's very sick. I mean, she's not hospital bedridden sick, don't get me wrong, but she's to where she's got the really hoarse sound now where she can barely speak when she does. She was reading a thing the other day called razor throat. Does that ring a bell?
It's another colloquialism just to say a sore throat,
like bronchial.
No, that hurts. Like your throat really hurts.
Yeah,
like it's a really bad sore throat. Again, did she treat?
Yeah, she's treating. She's definitely treating.
With what?
She's just. I don't know what it's called, honestly. I couldn't tell you.
Well,
I know
if it's not ivermectin, then I would consider ivermectin, because if she's taking something else and still flip-flopping and floundering, then maybe ivermectin, which has been shown in randomized, prospective, as well as retrospective, as well as meta-analysis studies to work. And so, she could be better in 24 hours, or she's going to flounder. And the other thing is, when you get that deep cough,
That
And
deep
by the way,
bronchial deal.
COVID's different for everyone. And I'm not trying to give you a hard time, sir. COVID's different for everyone. Kids, it's nothing. For most kids, COVID is truly a nothing burger, unless they're morbidly obese. And adults, like I said, get it differently every time. Heavy people get it worse than thin people. Smokers don't get it as bad. Old people get it worse than young people. Some people have, and every time you get it, it's a different manifestation of symptoms. But if you're floundering on your current treatment, then maybe consider a different treatment. And when you have that deep, hoarse cough, that's when steroid, not shots, not pills, but steroid nebulizers.
Yeah.
You know, Pulmicort.
Nebulizer, okay.
Yeah, budesonide, nebulizers. It puts the steroid right into the lung. And you don't want the steroid the first day. You want it somewhere between day 4 and day 6. And so, again, the appropriate treatment will make anyone. I saw 600 people get cured of COVID because of the way I treated them. And I treated them all a little differently because every patient is an individual and every patient gets COVID a different way. So I would seek further treatment for your wife. But kids getting teachers sick the first 2 weeks of school happens every year, bro. It happens every year.
Okay.
All right, bud.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Jeff Whitman sent me some TNA cards.
Oh, nice.
Two packs of them that had never been opened, and on the second pack was myself.
That's awesome.
That's great.
And the second pack was myself, so I was able to get another Bubba card.
Did you put them in like hard plastic stuff?
Yeah,
I
put them in the little harder protective deal. Yesterday was the finals of the NHRA U.S. Nationals in Indianapolis, and so the NHRA, this was the last race of the regular season, and then they start the playoffs, and guess who won the NHRA Top Fuel Dragster regular season championship?
Was it Tony?
Tony Stewart, buddy.
Said it all of the assets up here of the inaugural Top Fuel regular season champion is rewarded.
Tell me of another human being, Dan, you know motorsports, that has won an IRL and an Indy League championship, not just a race, the championship. In 1997, he was the champion. 3-time NASCAR champion. As a kid, he won a WKA World Karting Association as a kid champion. I don't know how many IROC. Remember that IROC series they had going on?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I had an IROC when I was in college.
He won a couple IROC championships. He won, I think, and he won a USAC, Silver Crown, Midget, Non-Wing Championship. And now he has won a NHRA championship. I mean, I don't know that AJ Foyt, Mario Andretti, Lewis Hamilton, Jackie Stewart, Kyle Larson. I don't know, Dan, that anybody is this decorated.
It's amazing, Bubba. You told me 8 years ago that he could race a goat and win.
He could race, a bar stool.
Right. He just whatever he touches, he can win at, and it's just a testament to what a true champion he is, and how guys like that are just wired differently than the rest of us.
To Tony Stewart.
Like, you know what I would like more than anything? Like one time, just because he's just such a freak of nature, is he would take your car, your Sebring car, or Jay's. Whose is a little faster? Is Jay's a little faster?
They're pretty close.
Okay. And go in there, have you run a couple laps, and then have him get in. I mean, I'm sure you would have a problem with him getting in your car, would you?
Oh, love it.
I mean,
I would love it because if I was in the passenger seat and I watched what he was doing for 4 laps, I'd be able to replicate 90% of it.
No, you wouldn't.
And so I would know what the car could do. It happens every time, and that's how guys get better. They have someone that really knows what they're doing drive their car when they're in the passenger seat, and they try to replicate it because they like, oh, I didn't realize this car could do that.
I would love to see him put him in your car.
That would be fun.
What do you think?
And I bet you I'd drop 4 seconds off my lap.
What's the fastest you think your car can turn?
At Sebring?
With a pro in it.
2.6. 206?
Yeah, like
205?
what if he went in there and put like a 203 and 202?
It would be great to see that. You know what I mean? It would be great to see him get to those numbers. And I'm
Tony,
sure he could, because he's
heard
so
you
much better
off
than the
camera
best driver.
saying that you woke up this morning feeling something. What was that?
I just had the same feeling I had the 2 years that we won the Brickyard 400. You just wake up and you feel like something good's going to happen, and finally here we are, regular season champs. So it means so much to everybody at Tony Stewart Racing, Neil Straussbaugh, Mike Domagala, Phil Schuler, Ryan McGilvery, the entire team, Dodge, Direct Connection, American Rebel Beer, Renai, you name it, everybody, Mobile One, everybody that's on this car. They've done such a great job of turning this car around over the winter, and getting us to this point. And we knew we needed a little bit of help today and a little bit of luck, and we got it in the first round with Sean, and got it there with Doug. So we still got 2 more rounds to try to win the biggest race of the year, but this regular season championship is absolutely massive.
Congratulations, my good friend Tony,
for this team.
That's great.
What you've
Good
done
for
in
him.
motorsports across the board is incredible. How do you do it?
Because he's a white trashing, flat tracking Indiana hill jack like me, buddy.
On yourself.
His dad was a shop teacher. Did you know that?
Oh, no.
His dad was a shop teacher in high school. That's where he came from.
With good people. It's not magic for me. It's magic with the people that I surround myself with. It's
oh, you're being humble, my friend.
It's always a team effort, and
this is his second season.
It doesn't matter how good a job I do. If the car doesn't perform, it's not going to matter, and vice versa.
Now, so so not only did he win the championship, but he made it clear to the finals of the U.S. Nationals. So, in order to make it to the finals, Lummy, you qualify all week. He qualified 10th. Then you start the ladder on the last day, and you have to win, I think, 4 or 5 times in a row to make it to the finals. And it ends up being him in the left lane, and my buddy, Randy from Skag.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Justin
Ashley.
Justin Ashley. Now, here's the big whodunit on Justin Ashley. You better have the best RT of your life, because he's an RT monster. Like, he's one of the greatest of all times when it comes to reactionary time.
He's young, isn't he?
He's 30. Tony's 54. But anything under anything 0.05 and under is really a good light. Okay? So if you can hit a 0.05 or less, you're good. You're good.
So that's 0.05 of a second.
Yes. So here's the thing. If you are even, if you're dead heat, you and the other guy are dead heat, then guess who wins? The guy with the better RT, right?
Yep.
Right.
Tony, this looks like to be a dead heat, but Tony cut a 53 light, and I think Justin Ashley cut like a 27 light. And so if you figure in RT, Ashley was a 3.813 and Tony was a 3.815.
Oh no!
Watch this.
What button do I hit to hear English? I don't know what you're talking about, Sponjo.
Jesus. Wait till you. I thought it was a dead heat. I thought it was a dead heat.
3.8 seconds, Seth.
3.8 seconds, 333 miles an hour, and 1,000 feet.
Better get that RT straight.
All right, so here we go. Here's Tony Stewart. Yep. Here's Justin Ashley in my Skagmobile.
You can hear Ashley's car move first.
Look now. It looks like Tony's ahead, right?
Just a little bit.
Justin Ashley trying to stay him off. It's Ashley on a whole shot of all things, of course.
So look at this. Tony put in a 0.53, which is good. Justin, who's just a absolute RT monster, puts in a 27. Tony actually has a quicker time down. Like, Tony's car, after they left the light, he got down the track quicker. But if you figure in RT time, he loses by 2 1,000ths of a second.
Jeez.
A 3.813 to a 3.815.
It is 383 with a 9, beats a 381 with a 5, a 27 reaction time. This man who seems again.
That's Tony's dad. He's like, I thought we won.
And calm as a cucumber, driven like a man possessed.
I thought he won too.
All that work for 3.8 seconds?
Yeah, 3.83 seconds.
You keep taking in this moment. You told us prior to this run that
I guarantee you, Lummy, he thinks he thanks Randy and Maria. I promise.
Can't believe it. I can't believe I'm going to be racing for this Wally, and you have done it. Tony Stewart just came over to you for a big hug. I don't know if you've seen a time slip yet, but you had a 27 reaction time. Who can compete with that?
Nobody can.
Wow.
A lot of people, but in a lot of ways, reaction time is still a team statistic. And this trophy right here is a complete team effort. I've dreamed of this very moment over and over and over again, and then to be actually living it right now, I mean, it's incredible.
Now, Tony still won the regular season championship, regardless of the outcome of this race. It just would have been nice for him to have, won the race too. He was in the finals, got beat by 1,000. Dan, how sick I don't even know that you can clap your hands in 1,000th of a second.
It's like
really
blinking
is.
an eye.
Thank you to Randy, Maria, and the team from Skag.
There we go.
Toyota, Kato, everybody, Mobile One, Mac Tools, RCN Capital. It takes a group, and it takes a group of incredible individuals that work collectively
I wish it would show
as a team and as a family. And
let me, when they showed the replay, it looked like a dead heat.
Oh man, to win the U.S. Nationals, that's career.
And by the way, the U.S. Nationals.
He seems like a good fellow.
He's a good dude. 30 years old, just a great dude.
Fine.
This is their.
Should Tony hire him?
No, Tony can't.
Why?
Because Randy's got him locked up.
Can he steal him from Randy?
No, hell no.
What if you
really
want
special.
to?
Thank you.
Yeah, of course he would. Well, no, here, Lummy. I guess at Indianapolis they have like a inner, when they're not on the air, they're still talking to the crowd and doing interviews and things like that. And they actually brought up. Tony Stewart appeared on the Bubba the Love Sponge radio show and announced that he might be driving pro stock and put Leah back in the car. They said that.
Nice. That's awesome.
I wish you could find. Let me, if you could find me.
Is she ready to start driving again?
Yeah, she's itching to drive.
Really?
Let me see if you can find me this race where they show the finish.
Okay. Did she say that's my championship?
No, she's never won a championship.
That's what I'm saying. It's her equipment. It's her team, right?
She's not. He's the one driving it and pressing the gas.
Well,
no matter whose car it is.
Well, what I'm saying is that the car has something to do with it, as well as the driver.
Okay.
So,
sure.
But I'm saying is she's saying she could be doing that.
You can drive it next year. I'm driving it this year. I've already won the regular season championship. I'm going to go ahead and try to win the whole. As the playoffs start, next race, I'm going to try to win the whole damn thing. But next year, I'm giving your rail back to you, and I'm going to drive a pro stock. And Lummy on their closed circuit radio gimmick, for the 30,000 fans that were at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Lucas Oil Raceway Park, they heard our the Bubba the Love Sponge show. That's awesome. We're starting to get all kinds of low mentions. See if you can find me that race.
Okay.
Because oh my God, to me, Dan, it looks like a dead heat.
It looked like it looked. I thought he won.
Yeah,
just like his dad. I mean, I don't know where he got at what point, because it seems like the parachutes came out while he was still ahead.
3.813 to a 3.815. To see if you can find a
quarter mile in 4 seconds. It's crazy.
1,000 feet, not even a quarter mile. They don't go the nitrous cars shortened it from a quarter mile to 1,000 feet, so because after Scott Coletta's Englishtown death.
Were they just going too fast by the time they got to a quarter mile?
Yeah, they need that extra. They need that extra. What's a quarter mile in feet?
Well, 5,280 feet is a mile, so you just divide that by 4. I'd want to say it's about 1,600 feet.
Yeah, well, that extra 600 feet they've used now.
1,200 feet.
Okay, so they've shortened it by 200 feet. Which gives him that much more time to slow down. This was all brought on by Scott Coletta's fatal accident in Englishtown. That's when they narrowed it down to 1,000 feet, which makes it even, that much faster. You're going 330. Well, Brittany Force was fast time this past weekend at 343 miles an hour, 0 to 343 miles an hour and 1,000 feet.
So it's 1320 is the answer. I just didn't do the math in my head. 1320.
So they shortened
320 feet.
A football field. They shortened it by a football field.
A football field.
Let me see if you can find me the race. Okay.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com
right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
I hurt myself and almost got really hurt in about 7 feet in Jersey in a car incident. Who slammed?
This computer is fucking so right my deck. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, on. Click on one thing, look, it sits there and loads. Oh! I'm sure I'm gonna have to do this. This is fucking horrible. Close. Once guys we have the race, I can't fucking do anything. This computer is off all weekend. All weekend. What's up, Dirt Merchant? We're gonna dial up right here.
What's up, Steve, the grumpy old man? Jake Rubo. Ellen Close.
Biker.
Chucko.
Stuck in the sub 82 months.
USMC 8541 tap. I'm really low off my tongue, but more.
I don't know, Big Red. It was off all fucking weekend. Dude, I click on something and it's like, can't watch a video.
So like, hey Mitch, I hated the Formula One race. What's up, Carly Hall? I didn't see the Indy race. Dude, bro said, that's funny. What's up, Dutch Duke? Should you guys talk about that school shooting?
It's definitely less than 80 degrees outside, if anybody cares. It's like a real morning in a real state.
Listen to 60s in Jersey in the morning. It was so pretty.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
We're not going to feel 60s for 5 months. Oh, wait, I'm getting it from this fan now. I find 65 degrees to be the optimal temperature for outside. Very versatile. You could go either way.
37 months.
Like just like a long sleeve shirt, maybe.
Yeah, or or shorts, or if if it's still chilly for you,
put a hoodie.
A little light something.
It's cool until you're in the shade and the wind blows.
Jay coming in today?
I think so.
What up, Lou? Football this Thursday. The Micah Parsons Cowboys versus the Super Bowl champions.
Bubba, I had a car roll back on me this weekend in Jersey. Like my mom's car, like I thought it was in park. It wasn't parked. And it just started rolling down the driveway.
You were in it?
I was half in it.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I just sent everybody a text. Would you expect anything different?
What does that mean, man?
We can't elaborate on it at all.
Well, I'm just saying, does that ruin things?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely. So Dan, I found this on Facebook, which that in itself, when I frame it, probably is a problem. But it was a guy talking about peptides, and somebody else I knew was talking about peptides. I forget who, but what are peptides? And I was gonna play this and just get your doctor's opinion.
Actual patches. So these are actually skin patches. You put them on. This is a 14-hour glutathione patch, the major antioxidant in the human body. So this will leak glutathione through my skin into the bloodstream over a 14-hour period. This one is BPC 157, NAD, and GHKCU. You can take the
Dan, what were the two words that you just said? The NKD, NCU. Are those just other
names of peptides?
Instructions out. It tells you how to put the patch on, and then the patches come in these little envelopes. You essentially tear this open, and this is what the patch looks like. It looks like this little symbol, and you put the peptide on here, and you actually activate it by pulling down this little arrow, and then it starts the flow. There's actually a little current that comes through and dispenses.
Now, most peptides, I think, prior to this one that you put on the patch, you use like an insulin needle or something like that, like you're doing growth or something like that. And I think it's like intermuscular or subdural or something like that. I think that's the way most of them have delivered peptides.
This is the peptide right through your skin. It's a really cool technology. There's actually a microchip right here that you can actually feel has a little battery in it, and you just slap that on, and then it dispenses the peptide over 12 hours right into the bloodstream. So those of you that don't like needles, or you don't like those long 3-4 hour NAD drips, this is a new way to get NAD, BPC 157.
Dan, what's in what are these?
These are antioxidants and things are supposed to help you.
And the GHKCU copper peptide, right transdermal, right into the bloodstream.
I don't know how it's going to go transdermal unless it's got DMSO in it, but it's hard things to get absorbed through your skin.
Are these peptides, like, do they formulate them to be what you're looking for? Like whether you're trying to stay young, whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to, whatever. Do they whip up these peptides based on what you need, or is this a certain amount of peptides and it can, help?
They're cookie cutter antioxidant peptides, and peptides are like small proteins. It's groups of small chains of amino acids, and they're absolutely helpful. Just that, the greatest question is are they really truly being absorbed? Whether you take them by mouth, by injection, by IV, by transdermal, and so
how long have they been around?
They've been around forever.
But I mean,
it's the dawn of time. But like, it's therapy.
It seems like
it's therapy
now.
20 years.
Now it's this big peptide craze from various people. I mean, is it not even a thing, or is it a thing?
It is a thing. Again, some of it is charlatan, some of it's real, and just be careful because you can't just jump on every bandwagon. But again, you get peptides from proteins. Proteins are broken down into peptides before they're broken down into amino acids. And so, a lot of these things can be gotten through your diet, but sometimes augmenting them works. Again, make sure that whatever you're doing, it's actually working. I'm not sure this technique works or not. I have no way to test it.
So another story that I saw is on 60 Minutes, and I wanted to these are all medical things, so I wanted to clear them out. Why I have you here as the doctor. This guy, I think, is treating a drug addiction. He's addicted to drugs, and they do brain surgery, and they put this little thing in your head, and then it searches for. Well, here I'll let it explain. And they keep the guy, like the guy's not under. They keep him awake while they take like this nickel size thing and put into your brain. And then these little fiber things the size of a hair, I think like move at like a millimeter a second or something like that to try to find the part of your brain that is creating you to be addicted to various things.
That is Jared Buckhalter. He agreed to be the first addiction patient in the U.S. to get the implant. Dr. Rezai's team interviewed him the day before the surgery.
The best outcome possible would be, just to cut the cravings out and make me feel a little bit better. If those couple things happen, that's all I could possibly ask for.
At that time, I was so desperate for a better life that I was willing to do just about anything, and I signed up to do it.
I think some people might look at this and think an electronic implant in the brain sounds a little creepy.
If I could do one, to stop eating, I would.
There is a way for that, Bubba. It's the same kind of thing. They find the foci that are involved in that.
They find my brain
behavior.
that makes me want a Big Mac.
Yep, and they can block it. They can absolutely do that, just like they're blocking this
Really?
addiction thing. They can.
For
They just
real?
don't do it on a regular basis, but they have the capability of doing that now, just like they have the.
I got
works.
good insurance.
This works.
50 years ago, they say a implant in the heart sounds creepy. Now it's like normal. 25 years ago, people were saying, what are you doing? You're putting an implant in the brain for Parkinson's? But now it is routine, part of standard of care for advanced Parkinson's.
This is video from the 7-hour procedure. Surgery so new, it didn't have a name yet. Dr. Rezai opened a nickel-sized hole.
Now, Dan, have you ever been in surgeries that have this much going on, this many doctors, this probably during your residency when you're trying to save somebody's life, they probably had an army of people like this in the operating room, right?
Yeah, and I've done brain surgery, and there's 5 surgeons in the room. And I've done transplants where there's 5 or 6 surgeons in the room. Sometimes it happens. There's not much to say with a
When you get 4 or
job.
5 of you real smart surgeons, you guys all see who's got the bigger D?
No, you just try to get through the day without anyone getting in a fight.
Her skull. Then he directed a thin wire with 4 electrodes deep inside.
This is what got me. Listen, these things go on little searching missions. Listen.
Jared, are you okay? Yes, sir. All right.
Jared was awake during the surgery. Why was that necessary?
To map the brain. We have tiny microphones the size of a hair we put inside the brain, and they're going slowly with micro robots. They go at increments of 1,000th of a millimeter. Very slow. We drive them into the brain, and we're listening to the neurons talking to each other. In addiction, we want to find the area.
Dan, for real?
That's what I'm saying. They're looking for this spot
What I'm saying
that
is, like,
lights
this
up
is
on the
for
addiction,
real.
and then they block it.
So they got these little hair-like fibers that are traveling around your brain trying to find where the addictive part of your brain is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is this for real? This ain't Dr. Frankenstein stuff?
No, and hopefully they map the brain with some kind of PET scan to see where the hot spots are, so they have an idea of where to look instead of just looking in the whole brain.
Center. So that confirms where we are in the brain. Once we listen, we say, okay, that's the right sound. Then we put the final therapeutic pacemaker.
What does it sound like?
Static electricity, which may be electricity to you, but is music to my ears.
Music because Dr. Rezai says it's a signal that he found the right spot in the brain for the implant. Once in place, the wire was connected to a device placed below the collarbone. The electrical pulses it sends to the brain are intended to suppress cravings. Buckhalter said it was painless. Post-surgery, the system is adjusted remotely with a tablet computer as needed.
I mean, you want some heroin or some cocaine, you just go to your laptop.
Press tab.
So, no, you do not want.
Change the cover, please.
That is Jared Buckhalter.
Till you lose your laptop.
He agreed to be the first addiction patient in the U.S.
I think that's so. Dan, this is for real? Like, this is really happening?
Absolutely, yeah. But you see how tedious it is because everyone's different and you got to find the exact right spot. But if you do find the right spot, you can control the brain.
This is my final medical question, so then everybody else can get involved. But you know how I do? I give double red blood cells every 112 days, and they take your plasma out, and they spin it. They take your blood out, and they spin it. They separate it into double red blood cells and plasma, and then they put your plasma back in you. And the people at the Big Red Bus in Florida One, they're like, it's kind of like, getting a little bit of a blood oil change, so to speak, because your body does not make more blood unless it needs to. Is that correct, Dan? Like, unless there's
supposed to, unless the feedback system's wrong, like yours is.
What I'm saying is, though, like, if you cut your finger off or you lose a lot of blood, then your body will make more blood to compensate for what you lost.
Right, and everyone's got their own little thermostat of what your body thinks is the right number.
So if you never cut yourself, you never do any bloodletting, you never do anything like any blood donation, then your blood never makes new blood for the most part.
Nah, that's not entirely true because the red blood cells have a life to of about 120 days and they get eaten up by your spleen. And so that's why they continue to make blood because you continue to eat up the old blood.
All right. So what I'm saying is they always say to me when I'm doing it, this is and it is, listen, it is very healthy for me.
Dude, it's essential for you to be alive. People that run around with hematocrits as high as yours would have had a stroke by now,
right,
especially doing something like COVID. Imagine having that high-ass hemoglobin and hematocrit during COVID when you're already at a new point of where you're hypercoagulable. You'd have died from clots.
Right. Probably one of the reasons why I'm fat but still healthy is that I do double red blood cells. I keep up on my hematocrit. I keep up on my iron levels and all that kind of deal. This is a story about how they pull your blood out. Well, here I'll just play it for you.
We're doing is blood oil change. You can see it's like plaque that we're pulling out of his outflow vein, but this pump is pulling the blood and all the plaque, viruses, mold, bacteria, waste products will be trapped in this filter. Also traps in what's called beta-2 microglobulins. That is a cancer marker. Spike proteins. Did you get the COVID vaccine by chance? No. Did you have COVID? Yes. Yeah, I mean, you could even get shedding in some of the spike proteins.
So, Dan, basically this machine's filtering your blood, correct?
Yes.
You had COVID, and you can see it's kind of like looks like a 7-Eleven Slurpee, but these are like more inflammatory proteins.
So, Dan, is that kind of the bad stuff they're taking out of your blood?
It looks like it's disgusting.
Going in what we call the oil pan or waste bucket. Later on, that the snowflake-like proteins that'll in the foam, it'll turn into a liquid. It'll be like light yellow, which means it's like uric acid and other inflammatory.
We should all go in for blood oil changes.
Protein that
there's some people that really get better, and if you see the blood that comes out versus the blood that returns, it's dramatically
they're going to show
different.
you here. Watch.
Maybe some heavy metals, and then this ozone generator saturates his blood with oxygen.
See, that might be bad for me, Dan, because I already got oxygenated double red blood cells. I don't know if I need that.
I think first of all, this therapy is becoming more and more popular, and I think there is some science to it. I believe in most of it, and so I'm not going to dog this therapy. Hyperoxygenating whatever blood you have left is not going to hurt you.
And ozone.
Now, but wait till you see the blood color of it going out, and then the blood color after they filtered it, oxygenated it, and putting it back in. It's noticeably different. They put the two lines next to each other. Watch.
And that's why you can see the contrast of his blood.
Like, okay.
So you want to put them closer together. Okay. So the outflow is dark, poorly oxygenated, very thick and toxic.
You can definitely see a difference.
But after it's filtered and ozonated, it's more bright, thinned out, and detoxed, because ozone actually disinfects the blood as well. The human body has 6 liters of blood, So he's going to do this 3 times, because each time we do this, we can filter out 2 liters. You want to show a filter? So after he's done, we're going to take a filter kit, one-time use, and it's going to be thrown away. So no chance of cross-contamination, can't get an infection because it's a closed system. And take over right here. All right. And could you say "I love Ebu" for the camera? I love Ebu. Okay.
I love Ebu. So I guess it's called Ebu.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of this before?
Yes, I have.
And what do you think about it?
And again,
I like it.
I have no problem with it. But one of the reasons the blood's bright is they're pulling out venous blood, which is darker. And if you oxygenate blood, it turns bright red. So I think the color is not something that you should be so impressed by, because that's almost like a gimmick
I think
deal.
that stuff that's going into the white container. That's what's
the part.
Actually more impressive.
Right,
Correct?
what they're actually filtering out of your blood. That's the most impressive. And I saw a video like this, and they actually had these big stringy clot things coming out of the guy's blood, and it was dramatic.
Oh, you mean like
the stuff that you saw people talking about being pulled out of blood vessels during
from being
autopsies?
vaccinated?
Yeah.
Burning Man participant found dead at festival. Did you see that?
Yeah, supposedly they were still partying around him.
Is that from the dust storm, or
I think it was just from maybe ODing?
Could it be possible? Too much drugs? I mean, is it possible?
I don't know. We'll get into that. And then Chicago had 54 shootings, a bloodbath in Chicago over the weekend. And just when city officials are telling you that they don't need the National Guard, they don't need any help federally to curb crimes that happened in Chicago. And then I think this past weekend, Lummy, might have been one of the granted, it was a holiday weekend. People probably get a little more shooty than normal. But I think this is one of the most deadly weekends they've had in a while.
You got your barbecues going on.
Yeah. We'll do that next. Hold on.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
I got the fat heads from Rico.
Pretty badass glasses. Aren't they?
Steve.
We got the same ones, didn't we?
No, I got a little different.
Oh, did you? I thought we got the same ones.
Yeah, mine are a little bit. They have a
little bigger.
Yeah. We go to which ones to get because I have a fat hair.
I wanted to go bloated tick.
Yours look good. I didn't see you when you stood up the first time.
Now I kind of look handsome.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see you.
Want to see me now?
I do.
Now take a picture for later in your memory. Okay, and then draw me.
You look like the Unabomber.
Thank you. Just wanted to look like a celebrity my whole life. Finally. Kaczynski. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. What's good? Everybody got something good going on today, or just some fucking
great news?
Just some. Well, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I don't even know. Dude, do you know what you're gonna do?
No.
Okay, I don't even know. What's up, Starboard?
No, I don't even know.
What's up, Dirt Merchant?
Merchant $2.
Shout out to Permagram. I saw you said hi before. sure if I missed anybody else.
Good morning, Bubba. Last one show. Good morning, Bubba. Last one show.
Man, just one day with no fuckery. What up, Johnny K?
Today.
I saw you post on Facebook this weekend. I don't remember where you were, but you were somewhere with your wife. Very complimentary of her. Chicks love social media praise. What's up, Mitch? What's up, Redneck?
Okay, hold on. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Dirt Merchant laying it down hard.
Thank you, Dirt Merchant.
Throwing you a $2 bill.
Save up for that. Dirt Merchant's going to be 10 soon. Oh, you got 10 earlier.
Mario said no Howard announcement today. It's September 8th.
Yeah, he had a family emergency or something. Not bad. Guy. Yeah, I guess he delayed it. Some people are speculating it's his mom.
His mom's sick. Well, she could be. She's got to be close to 90, right?
What's the build? What's the build, Human Radio? Like a little documentary or something on the Niners?
Bless her.
I started watching that Cowboys one on Netflix.
Is that good? Really good.
I did too, man, but I had a hard time.
Is it good?
I only watched half an episode.
Oh.
But I didn't get to the real juicy stuff, but I hear it's really just a lot of Jerry Jones fucking being Jerry.
Yeah, no. Jimmy Johnson said he was responsible for it.
What's up, Permagrom?
Jerry Jones said he's not.
What's up, Kyle?
The Hard Knocks thing.
Man, I fell asleep during Hard Knocks this year.
Who's the team?
Buffalo. Like, Josh Allen's great. Like, they have good storylines. It just was like, it's outside of when they're cutting players and all that, it's really
not that interesting.
It's hard to suck in. But Josh Allen, I've learned, is just a fucking hell of a guy, man. I really hope he wins a Super Bowl one day. That whole fucking city.
Won't be there.
You don't think?
Nah, they'll never win a Super Bowl.
But I feel like Buffalo really is due and deserves it.
Yeah, so is Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
813-90-BUBBA. 813-902-8222. Hello.
Good morning, Bubba.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today? Great show. I appreciate you guys a lot.
Thank you.
I just had a question for Dr. Dan.
Okay.
Dr. Dan.
Yes, I'm here.
We cleanse our dogs for parasites. Us as humans, are we supposed to be doing the same? Yes or no?
I think it's not. I think it's not unreasonable to make sure that don't have any parasites in you, and I don't think it's unreasonable if people once a year or twice, once or twice a year or every 2 years, but at some point, do a little bit of a parasitic cleanse. I don't think that everyone has parasites, but I do believe that a lot of people have health improvements when they go through a course of ivermectin. I had a guy literally 2 weeks ago came to me and I did it with him and he got better. So don't just call me and ask for ivermectin, because I'm not going to just prescribe ivermectin over the phone to random people from around the country.
Willy-nilly.
But when people have come into my office and I've had long discussions with them, sometimes it makes more sense. Now, in contrast to that, I don't know if you guys remember 2 weeks ago, Bubba was convinced he had a parasite.
Well, I will tell you this. After the medicine that he put me on, my poops have gotten more normal.
Right.
Like they're solid and they're more poop-like than they were during the,
But he didn't treat you for a parasite, did he?
No, I did not. I did not. I treated him
6 to 8 weeks of explosive diarrhea. He treated me for something else.
Right, because he didn't have a parasite. And he's like, I have a parasite. I'm grinding my teeth. We were talking about all this stuff. I'm bloating after meals. But he just needed a colon reset.
I'm bloated. I'm bloated in life.
He just needed a colon reset. And a lot of times people need that too. And so, again, not everything's a parasite. And I don't like throwing, just paint against the wall and seeing what sticks. It's not really the right way to take care of medicine. But in the fact that this whole world was exposed to COVID either by vaccine or by getting sick, and everyone had them spike proteins in them, and all of a sudden people are like, oh, maybe ivermectin can help. But ivermectin, a week of ivermectin can help with acne. I watched it. I watched it happen to my wife.
Yeah.
And I actually gave my daughter a week of ivermectin because she was breaking out this summer. And guess what? Her face is cleared up.
Cleared her up.
Cleared her right up. So, but Bubba didn't have that problem. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But anyway, so my fiance is a master science professor, and she laughs at me when I say that. So.
She's a master science professor. What exactly does that mean?
I guess she's the number one science professor at a university.
Okay. Of what kind of science? Is she is she a doctor, like a PhD, biology. An MD? She's a biologist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great for her.
That's awesome. That's great. I have cousins that are doctors and have multiple degrees, and they mock me until they get sick, and then they call me.
Right.
Well, we all do that, but we're all guilty of that. So anyway, buddy, I hope that answers your question, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. You've gone too far. Thank you.
Yeah. And again, Bubba, what did I give you? I gave you what? Diflucan?
You gave me
I didn't give you diflucan.
No, you gave me
Flagyl, metronidazole.
No.
Yeah, Flagyl, metronidazole.
Yeah.
Which is the colon reset. And that
I got my colon resetted. Okay.
And it fixed you, right?
Yes.
That happened to my niece.
I did that along with the gummy probiotics. You told me to go to Amazon and order. I eat 3 of those a day, sometimes 4, because they taste pretty good.
They do taste good. You can eat 3 or 4, Bubba. It's okay.
Yeah,
you're not going to die because you had too many probiotic
gummies.
No.
And then I take 1 of those a day. I think it's 1 a day or 1 or 2 a day. I forget what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm good.
Yeah.
My poop is back to where it used to be.
Right. And so a lot of people end up with a negative spectra of bacterial flora in their gut. And so the best way to do it is to take the diflucan and then load up on probiotics, and then all of a sudden you've cultured beautiful plants instead of weeds.
Now to this homicide investigation at the popular Burning Man festival. Police say that he was found lying.
I heard this year was the worst with regards to weather. They had an unbelievable sandstorm followed by monsoon rains that made it just like a mud pit. And it was I just heard it was weather-wise the worst in years.
And by the way, Bubba, not to just go back on something, I know you're talking about this now, but if you want me to give you that anti-parasitic protocol for a week, I'd be happy to do that. But you'll see that wasn't the problem, and it's not really what your issue was. But
no,
I know you wanted it.
I don't want it now. I
don't think you need it.
I'm not gonna need it until I would show more symptoms of potentially it. But you diagnosed what I had, reset my colon, and I'm good.
In a pool of blood Saturday night. We don't know his identity yet, but he's described as a white adult male. Attendees being told to stay vigilant as there's an increased law enforcement presence now. Alex Stone is on.
Is that kind of like a drone view of the festival?
Yeah, that is right there.
And then Lummy, that this is where they put the big.
Yeah, the big Burning Man.
I heard it's like 30 or 40 feet tall.
Where'd they re-put the orgy tent? I know that got blown down.
It looked like this looks like a little kind of see this over here, Seth?
Yeah, they're working quickly to rebuild that after the sandstorm took it down.
The orgy tent.
Enforcement presence now. Alex Stone is on the story for us. Sounds pretty bizarre and not a lot of details. Do we know anything on how he died and who might be responsible, Alex?
Who he is?
We don't know, Kira, and the Sheriff's Department says that they don't know either. We just talked to the Sheriff's Department. They say they're trying to, one, identify who the victim is, that this happened right around 9 o'clock at night on Saturday.
Did he get burned? Did he get thrown in? Did he get thrown into the Burning Man?
They said he was in a pool of blood.
Yeah, they said they found him in a pool of blood.
But
laying
not
there.
in within the burning deal?
No. Just like
just laying there in a pool of blood.
Saturday night as the man, as it's known, the effigy that burns on the second to last night of the Burning Man Festival.
This is when the sandstorm took place, like first couple days.
As it was beginning to burn, and they found the victim, they say, quote, obviously deceased when they got to a campground area, and that the victim was the victim of murder.
That, by the way, is the entrance into the festivities.
Oh, no thanks.
Right there.
But they have called in forensic teams, other sheriff's office investigators as well. All of this made more difficult by that Black Rock City, which pops up every year for Burning Man, is not a real city, that it's going to be gone by midweek. So a lot
my
of
dad, that's only about an hour and 15 minutes for my dad. And he said that whole area, Burning Man originally started outside the San Francisco area, but it quickly became such a huge event that they had to find some. This used to be a lake. Where it's held now used to be a lake that dried up. Like almost, Dan, the Bonneville Salt Flats.
Right.
That's what this used to be. It's a dry lake bed now.
Evidence will go
is where they have this Burning Man festival.
As well, they say that makes it more difficult.
This year's Burning Man has had a series of incidents throughout the week, right? What's going on?
Yeah, a number.
Well, they're just a bunch of hoodlums out there, Gen Xers.
What are you getting out of? I respect art and all that, but I don't know what's going on out there. Like
I think it's just. Well, there's all types of musical guests, like big ones.
I can understand seeing a concert, but I mean to see fire and people twirling and body paint and orgies. I don't know
think
if
it's just a big drug-filled orgy. Just a big. Just all that. Then they throw in some concerts. And
are there drugs that are just better when you do them in the desert?
I don't know.
Well, some people think so. What were the musical acts this year?
Let me try to find me the 2025
Is it
Burning Man music out. No, it's like
it's like 3 or 4 days of constant music, like a Lollapalooza type thing, or like Jazz Fest, where it's just like band after band after band.
I don't know. I think so.
I don't think so.
I think it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think they
like Coachella, but with like fire and dirt.
Yeah. It's Coachella with fire and dirt.
One is, and you saw in the photos there a moment ago, all of the wind and the dust storms and the rain. There was flooding that went on. There was a participant in all of these storms who was electrocuted during the rainstorm, stood in a puddle and actually then got electrocuted and was airlifted out. We don't know that participant.
No, thank you. I like the Holiday Inn Express
condition right now. Then there was a baby that was born to a woman, 36-year-old woman.
Look at that, get in.
Who she and her husband claimed they didn't even know she was pregnant. 3.5-pound baby born about a month early.
3.5-pound, Dan, it's preemie, isn't it?
Yeah, but still, I mean, how heavy do you have to be to not know that you're pregnant with a 3.5-pound baby?
That she claimed that she hadn't even been pregnant, had no symptoms of it. There were medical workers who were camping next to them and actually helped them deliver that baby. So a lot of things that went on over the last couple of days.
Yeah,
when's the last time she dental flossed?
All right, well, we'll track this homicide investigation.
Will you give me the axe?
I sent you their website.
They got Calvin Harris and Daft Punk, so they do have, those are big names for out there.
I mean, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, for dance music, absolutely. I didn't know they got that. I didn't know anybody was willing to go out there.
Where's it show the
music lineup?
Yeah.
Music lineup. Where's that at? Let me see here. Tomorrow, today, participate.
Survival guide. Oh boy,
survival guide.
I don't want that for a festival.
Important dates, frequent playa events. Would that? You know what? Looks like they have their own.
They have their own radio station.
Radio station that goes on throughout there.
They looking for a morning show? Just give us a chance, Burning Man. Give us a chance.
Just give us a chance, Burning Man. Everything always gets messed up. Hello.
Hey, Bubba.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt your show. I just want to tell Dr. Dan thank you for helping my wife the other day with the COVID meds.
Oh, you're welcome. She got better?
She's better. She's just saying she's really weak right now, but
that'll bounce
she's
back.
not coughing as bad, and it seemed to have helped her.
Oh, good. Well, again, a contrast to the other guy who treated somewhere else.
Wow. She went to the emergency room. They sent her home with nothing.
I know they're useless.
Nothing. And I talked to Bubba, and he said you were still doing it, so I called your office. So.
Well, I'm glad I was able to help, man. I'm glad I was able to help. I'm glad you believed in it. And again, 601, another success story with ivermectin and COVID. God forbid you say that out loud. 5 years ago, they'd shoot you out in the streets for that.
Appreciate your call, buddy. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
News this morning, at least 7 people shot during a drive-by on the city's south side in Bronzeville. Here's what we know. Chicago police say it happened near 35th and South State Street around 11:10 last night. Officers responding to a call about multiple people being shot. Investigators believe a car drove by the area when someone from inside opened fire into a crowd. 5 men, 2 women were all struck. All were taken to a hospital, are in good condition. No one is in custody.
But didn't they say 7 dead?
That was just one incident. That was just throughout the whole weekend.
Oh, that was just one incident.
Yeah.
I think this is
turns into a war zone. 54 shot.
I do know that this is AI, but it's the best I can find for the statistics.
7 dead in shocking Labor Day weekend massacre. Trump versus Pritzker showdown. Chicago streets ran red.
Who's this guy right here? Pritzker?
Yeah.
Governor.
Oh, he's the governor of Illinois.
And
Okay.
the mayor's the guy that looks like a black
Right
Shannon
here.
Burke. Yeah.
Now, did you see? He's a black Shannon Burke.
He does.
He does. Did you see? Can you find me? They were doing like a city of Chicago council meeting, and some white guy walked in there, and I think I don't know if he's a representative of Illinois, or he's just a smart white guy that knows the statistics or whatever, but he starts dressing down the mayor about how the mayor said he only hires black people work better, and this guy completely dresses the mayor down. It was in last week's prep somehow, way, shape, or form. Can you try to find it for me? Because this guy just completely owns the mayor.
Trump versus Pritzker showdown. Chicago streets ran red this Labor Day weekend as gunfire erupted across the city. 54 people were shot, 7 of them killed, sparking fierce political crossfire between President Donald Trump and Illinois Governor JB Pritzker over whether the National Guard should step in.
Now, jurisdiction-wise, does the governor does he have to listen to the president, or is this again a separation of church and state? And where unless it's a natural disaster, the president doesn't have the ability to override the governor when it comes to needing the National Guard. I don't know how that works.
Well, there's two parts to this. D.C. has different status than any other city because D.C. really belongs to Washington.
It's a District of Columbia. It's not a state.
It's not a state. It's not really even a city, and it's got different designation. And so Washington D.C. and the federal government is responsible for Washington D.C. When it comes to other states and other cities, he was able to, with despite being challenged in the courts, maintain a National Guard presence in Los Angeles when they were having those problems just about a month and a half ago. And so under the guise of an emergency, he can temporarily override the governor and place National Guard troops there to clean up a city. He absolutely can, and it's just been recently tested in the courts. I don't like the idea of it. No one wants to see, federal soldiers policing the streets in a military-type fashion in a city. But when you have 54 people shot, 7 dead in just a weekend, and obviously the police and the mayor and the judges and the state attorney and the prosecutors aren't doing jack mama nip to do anything to stop it, then yes, it could arguably be an emergency.
From Friday night to Monday noon.
If you can find that for me, it'd be a great addition to this.
32 separate.
I mean, how many people have been shot in D.C. in the last 2 weeks?
It's a white guy just really giving the mayor the business. Really giving him the business. And he's well-dressed. He looks like he has a suit on.
Shootings shattered neighborhoods across the Windy City.
You haven't heard of any problems in the District of Columbia for the last couple weekends now, have you?
No.
I don't think you have.
Victims included a 17-year-old girl struck by a stray bullet while sitting inside her home. a 25-year-old woman fatally shot multiple times, and a 31-year-old man caught in the deadly crossfire between rival cars. Just hours after Trump slammed Pritzker on Truth Social, calling him weak and pathetic for rejecting federal help, another mass shooting left 7 more wounded in Bronzeville around 11:10 p.m. Trump warned, "We're coming if you don't fix this fast." Pritzker fired back, accusing Trump of turning Chicago into a political battlefield. Greater than, National Guard troops don't belong on our streets unless it's an emergency.
Well, but
what's an emergency, Bubba?
Well, I mean, okay, they don't. National Guards don't belong on Chicago streets. If your Chicago Police Department, which is led by your police chief, which is hand-selected by your mayor, if they're doing their jobs and they're keeping the streets of Chicago safe, then you're right. They don't belong there. But if we, have 56 shot and 7 dead over the weekend, I think we're on a slippery slope of having, a crisis where something needs to be done.
And this is not.
I'm not really a huge fan of, the military going through towns and everything, but I don't think it would hurt just to have the National Guard maybe just do a little stroll through the South Side, maybe just one day, and
just a little show and tell.
Just decide if it's something that they want to stay around and if they feel like they can fix, because it has been brutal there for a long time, and there's no slowing it down. And I don't know if there's really any answer to it. Maybe they could put a stop to it for a short period of time, but I think it's at least worth letting them do a little walkthrough,
little muscle flex.
Yeah,
I think Seth, there's 2 answers. One is the real legal answer, and that is when guys are doing bad things, you take them off the street and you keep them off the street. That would make a huge dent in the problem. Almost all of these people shooting guns have already been in trouble at some point in their lives. And to say otherwise is just being disingenuous.
I don't think a guy goes out in the streets of Chicago this weekend and shoots his first person.
No, I don't think that's his first thing that he's done illegally.
Right.
I don't think that's his first felony is shooting somebody.
I don't think a guy goes out, again, this weekend and says, it's Labor Day weekend. I got a day off on Friday, a day off on Monday. I think I'm going to shoot somebody.
There are also responsible killers out there who can kill somebody without having stray bullets go through homes and hitting a 17-year-old girl and a 25-year-old girl and all that stuff.
Right.
Am I right or am I wrong? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe these are amateur gang members that are spraying all over the place.
Not one. If he tries this, we'll see him in court. The chaos
Oh, is it the mayor? Is that what the governor said? Did you find that piece for me, Lummy?
No, I've not seen that yet.
continues and the city holds its breath. Will Chicago get federal troops? Or will the bloodshed keep rising? Stay tuned. This story is still unfolding.
I say set up shop at Wrigley Field and they put all the tanks there and everything you need. The Cubs go play in Iowa.
Wrigley?
Yeah.
You mean Wrigley Field is their staging
That's right.
their staging area?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the stop and frisk they did in New York made a huge difference in cleaning up New York when they were having a lot of crime.
That was under Giuliani,
right? And that was arguably, and I kind of support the argument that it was unconstitutional. But again, in a time of need, short of just stopping and frisking people and doing random searches on people, which is going to absolutely be deemed an unnecessary and illegal search, and also going to be completely vilified and attacked in the media. Put a couple guys in camo with AR-15 or M16s or M4s, whatever they got now, and the military trucks, and let them arrest people and keep them in jail, and you'll watch the shootings go down. Plus, the other thing here is, Bubba, 54 shot, 7 dead. On the average, 1 in 5 people that get shot die. So that would mean 10 or 11 should be dead. Only 7 are dead. You know what that means? Good health care and crappy bullets.
So they're getting the hospitals are doing pretty good, and the people that are shooting, the bad guys that are shooting good, innocent people are using crappy ammunition.
Almost all the time. I couldn't tell you, when I was in New Orleans, there were 400 murders the last year I was there.
400 murders?
411 murders.
Dan saved 300 of them, though.
But only 1 in 5 die. And one of the reasons, especially in these cities, is they're using crappy guns with crappy bullets because they're just randomly shooting, like you said, Seth. They don't have this responsibility of trying to be accurate and shoot the person they're trying to hurt. They'll just shoot into a crowd because they're just, again, they have no soul.
They're just wilding.
No consciousness.
You're right. They've been raised wrong.
Conscience, yes. You can't. God forbid you support a family. God forbid you give people some direction in life. Give them an out. Give them a purpose. Give them a goal, and make them. Is it that bad that they may have some religion and have to answer to a higher being to maybe morally guide them, not to kill every person around them, not to steal everything that's not bolted to the ground, and not to abuse everything that'll take it? Come on, America.
It's a bunch of
Get your act together.
Heathens.
It is.
When we return, University of Kentucky student arrested after her infant was found dead in her closet. I think she says that she didn't even know she was pregnant. Did she say that? University of Kentucky cheerleader 21 arrested after infant that she gave birth to was found dead inside of a black trash barrel.
Oh, my God.
In her closet.
We'll do that next. Hold on.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
I think this might have been it. Hold on here.
Well, that's not how the residents feel. That's not what the headlines say.
Who is this guy? Let me see. This a reporter?
Yeah, he's a reporter.
Okay. All right, perfect. That one or the one above it? Bubble Bath Girl?
That one, I was just trying to see what that looks like, the press conference, because they're.
Well, this one.
There's Black. Shannon Berkerman.
Yeah, and I don't take orders from the federal government. Thank you all very much.
Is it from that press conference, Bubba, or is it one like that?
I think it was one like this.
Okay.
Dan, can you believe that fucking text?
No. In fact, can you walk outside for a sec? I need to ask you a question.
Yeah, HS Bubba fan. What's up, Ziggy? I wish I could find this fucking. Which one is it? That he's talking about. What's up, brothers? My God, Barrel 77 months. Morning, TJ from Jersey. I have a sports show today at 1. My buddy Grant played football.
Lemmy.
Yes, sir.
Can I have some pretzels?
Yeah, of course.
But I want light. Like, just a smattering.
I'll bring the bag in there.
Here you go.
Damn, today's flying by, halfway over. Then it's already going to be Wednesday. Then it's going to be Thursday, Friday. Boom, we're done.
That's good. Thank you.
Whew. Whew, 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 whew. Lummy, did you see that email I got about the Lou Alcindor card?
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm gonna go. Let's go ahead and just send that to Daniel Rose. Let's get a price point on it.
Yeah, then tell her it's worth $10 and get it.
It looks like an oversized card. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. I gotta look it up.
Well, weren't they doing that in the 70s and 80s with like baseball cards?
You mean like oversized cards?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know a tremendous amount about old basketball cards.
It's like I had one in like it was like in the early 80s. It was like this ridiculously tall card.
Oh really?
That my grandpa said that he got in like a random at his convenience store.
Is it value?
It's all good. The fuck out of it.
Oh, Barbara. I'm gonna get back to you, Barbara. I've got to look up a couple things.
Yeah, I was getting started on 5, 6 hours.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I don't necessarily think this is what I'm looking for, but I think this is good. I like to play it.
Okay.
Mine was more.
I'm still looking.
The reporter was like about his DEI hires and how he would only hire African Americans.
Oh, okay.
And he would not hire Chicago Mayor Johnson's. This is Chicago. Who was the lady before? Lori Lightfoot.
Beetlejuice, yeah.
Yeah, she was lovely.
And we thought she was horrible. This guy's worse. This is a reporter in Chicago, really laying the wood to the Chicago mayor. But I saw another one where this guy, it was similar to this, but he was like, "How's all that? I only hire black people." And I only promote black businesses. And the guy went on then to say that he had a friend that had a white-owned business that the mayor shut down and put a black-owned business in place. That's kind of to give you a little more fodder what I'm looking for.
Say that you want the teenagers to have safe spaces, but excuse me, you didn't interrupt anyone else's questions. Please stop interrupting. Okay.
Oh, so this I think is the Chicago. I think this is the Chicago mayor's aide. That may maybe filter the question.
Oh, boy.
Here's the Chicago mayor, and then here's a guy from the Chicago media. And if you know anything about the Chicago media, I can't understand why the Chicago media has let the likes of Lori Lightfoot and Johnson like off the hook. Chicago media, like with Bill Curtis, and they had some really hard hitting great journalists. Maybe corporately they're not allowed to. Ask the tough questions.
But Mayor Johnson, President Trump is saying that he's going to yank $3.5 billion from the city's budget because your sanctuary city policies are dangerous. Many Chicagoans agree. A woman in Streeterville was just robbed, armed robbery by a Venezuelan migrant who was out on electronic monitoring. What do you say to the Chicagoans who asked me to ask you, when are you going to stop spending all of their tax dollars on protecting migrants and start spending their dollars protecting them?
Well, clearly we are investing in the protection of our city. That's why violent crime is down significantly in the city of Chicago. Homicides are down, shootings are down.
Yeah. I don't think this is new. I think this might be a little bit old.
It's from May.
Victims are down.
Oh, okay.
Robberies are down.
Really?
Vehicular hijackings are down. We're all trending in the right direction. Now, no one is going to dispute that we still have work to be done, but our investments in housing, our investment in youth and workforce, our investment in behavior and mental health care.
Could a guy like Grady Judd get hired in Chicago to be the mayor, or is it so ethically balanced where, a good old boy that wants to come in here and whip some ass
He's got a nice, soft-spoken voice, though. I like the guy. I like his voice.
He presents well.
Yeah, he really does.
He presents very well.
He does.
Services. Many people believe that somehow these investments would take years to manifest. Well, that's obviously inaccurate, and we are proof positive that when you invest in the people of Chicago, the outcomes for people improves.
I mean, talk's a good game,
and I don't disagree. I mean, it's a two-sided strategy. One is you got to crack down on them. The other one is you have to give them opportunity and a way out, and you have to do both. But he just wants to just give them the way out without cracking down on it. We and Grady Judge just want to crack down on it. So I think there needs to be a balance. But it's not cool in the black hood to do well in school. It's not cool in the black hood to be an upstanding citizen and go to church on Sunday and have a nuclear family. It's not cool in the hood to work your ass off in order to get success. So until those things become the cool and the way that people strive to live their lives, they're going to continue to try to take what's not bolted to the ground, abuse the country, their neighbors.
I mean, the Cosby Show ain't cool anymore. Huh? That was the African American way. The Cosby Show. Dad was a doctor. Kids did well in school.
Cosby Show was keeping people off the streets?
Well, I'm just saying that was
it presented well, though.
No, but I mean,
you agree, Bubba?
That was. The Prince of Bel-Air and the Cosby Show and the Jeffersons and the way that African Americans were presented in primetime television was, working hard, busting my ass, trying to get ahead. Bill Cosby, although he was raping women, he was a doctor. Prince of Bel-Air was, infused into a rich family. It just, it didn't show, things. It didn't show the hood mentality. Right. It showed more of a suburban, way of life. That's the way that
I don't think TV's impacting Chicago's South Side and all the shootings.
Not in today's world, it didn't. But we've gradually gone away from all of that.
There's no. You talk to a 12-year-old black kid from Chicago. He's not going to tell you that the most important thing is to get through school, try to get into a university or get a good job and start a family and be respectful to his neighbors and maybe own a house.
He's going to listen to the new Kendrick Lamar record and talk about how
many views he can get when he slaps someone that's not expecting it. Some dumb white bitch, Yeah. And by the way, Samson, Silver Spoon Dan, F off. I worked my ass off to get here, and when I grew up, I got my family lived on $1,000 a month. So don't lecture me with the silver spoon BS.
Anybody who thinks that Dan was given anything, Dan's dad was wealthy, but gave very little help to Arlene. Arlene raised the kids on $1,000 a month. They went to public school and got their ass whipped.
Yep, and we had reduced lunches and got one pair of sneakers a year. So,
and hold on. It was so bad. It was so bad that they took baths at night, right?
Yep.
And it was based on seniority. Dan was the oldest. He got the fresh water. By the time it was in Jay, it had already been peed in, farted on. All the dirt of Dan and Steven had already been onto the... Poor Jay was taking dirty baths.
Dirty baths his whole life, poor kid.
Because
so I graduated high school.
Arlene would not rerun the water. You're getting one tub of water, boys. Figure it out.
Right.
Dan always had the nice,
We had ceiling fans. My mom would not run the air conditioner because she was trying to save money so she could have food on the table.
Continue to move in that direction to build a more inclusive economy for everyone.
Well, you say that the violence is down.
It's not that I'm saying that. It's actually what it is. So it's actually true.
Well, that's not how the residents feel. That's not what the headlines say.
And this is certainly not about what you read, because clearly you're not reading the right information. Violence is down in the city of Chicago, and investments are up. Now look, no one is going to argue that we still have more work to do. And no one has taken on this issue as aggressively as I have. Raising a family in this city like many other families are, There's a great deal of trepidation and anxiety that's coming from the federal government. We're not going to be intimidated by the proclivities of this current administration.
The guy presents very well.
He does. He's very well spoken. I love the guy. I want to vote for him.
I don't think he does so good. I think it's a piece of shiz.
A great deal of disdain towards working people.
I think this reporter's on to some good stuff.
The people of Chicago will be defended by my administration.
Well, despite that,
What's your next question, sir?
There's the continued threat that residents feel, especially in
did you find the other one?
Not yet, in regards to these violent black teenage mobs.
Okay.
They are asking for a meaningful plan. You say that you want the teenagers to have safe spaces,
We have too many
but excuse me, you didn't interrupt anyone else's questions. Please stop interrupting, okay?
We gotta keep moving.
But despite the fact that you keep saying that you want safe spaces for the teens, what the residents are, especially in the Streeterville area, are saying is, what about safe spaces for them? They feel that they're being forced to essentially babysit these teenagers.
Your question basically is, how do we make sure that we have safe spaces for everyone around the city? And the way we do that, it's a couple of things. One, we have to make sure that...
we allow 7 deaths this weekend and 54 shootings. We turn down the National Guard, and we just, keep wilding. We be wilding, man. We're wilding.
We're making critical investments in all of our communities, and we're doing that. Making sure that people are accountable, but also making sure that there are opportunities, and that's exactly what we're doing. Thank you for those questions. I appreciate it.
Man, I got to tell you, Dan, the guy is smooth. Mayor Johnson's smooth. I don't know if he's not done. I don't know how much he's getting done. But it's tough to trip him up, man. Old boy was trying to trip him up. Hello.
Hey, Bob, it's South Tampa. Hey, he's a puppet for the Chicago's Teachers Union is how he got in. They propped him up, and he'll tell you that he's been a teacher. I've been in classes.
Hold on,
he's a teacher for 4 years.
But of all professions that see the what the children are becoming and who they're, the broken family system that they have, where the dad's usually not in the picture and the mom's raising, three kids on her own. It's the teachers. The teachers should want a far more heavy-handed, far more, authoritarian, guy than the poor teachers are our first line of defense. They're the ones that poor teachers have to deal with these kids, 5, 6 hours a day.
See, but the problem, Bubba, is that you throw more money at the police department and it ends up in police pensions. You throw more money at the education department and it ends up in salaries and pensions. It doesn't end up, when you throw just random money at these things, as helping the people you're trying to help. And that is the problem.
Dr. Dan, you bring up another thing about pensions. So the teachers union basically gave Brandon a loophole to get him a pension between $3.8 million and like $5.5 million for working as a teacher for 4 years and then an activist for a year. So like he's definitely in bed with the right people with what's going on here. That's with him. He'll be a one-term mayor. They'll find somebody else who's probably worse than this guy, if you can imagine it. And my buddy owns a high-end shoe store in Chicago, selling $1,200, $1,500 pairs of men's shoes. He can't get anybody to show up because it's a war zone. There's people walking around with AK-47s.
Yeah.
Well, you mean you're talking about?
Not like sneakers, like nice dress shoes.
No,
right?
what I'm saying is, who's walking around? You're talking about the citizens are walking around with AK-47s.
He sent me a picture of a guy shooting off on South. Oh, it'd be State Street by Carson Perry Scott, right? Like there's a guy like walking around just shooting off rounds in the middle of the day. I mean, like there's great. Like he used to have. The migrant facility was next door, so he would have he would have a Billie Jean scene out front, right, where guys are trying to stab each other, and meanwhile he's like trying to sell like high-end men's shoes that people coming in from Japan and all over the world when they're in town go stop in and buy his stuff, but nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to
go buy a $1,500 pair of loafers when you got a guy with some thug with an AK-47 that's just roaming the
There's
streets.
also some guy that's been driving around a tank who's got like 20 grenades. He's been throwing them out too, Bubba.
There you go. They offset each other. Yeah, I mean it's you can't win. You can't win either way. You know,
Yeah, you can, Bubba. There's two things. It's a twofold thing. You put the people in jail for a long time that are committing the crimes. You make it a deterrent because people are saying, "Oh, I can steal $1,000 worth of stuff. Ain't no one gonna do nothing to me because I'm free." And so they go to jail for like a half hour and they get out, or they don't even get arrested or pursued, and they're just allowed to walk out of the stores with hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. And there's no alternative. So it's got to be a fundamental change in enforcement and a change in opportunity. And it's not going to happen overnight.
And Dan's right. Like, there is definitely oh, look at him. He's trying to better himself. Like, when we see somebody trying to better themselves in some places, people think that that's like, oh, you're an outcast. And that shouldn't be the case, right? If somebody goes and, like, you imagine if we made fun of Dan for going and getting his law degree. What are you trying to do? What do you know what I mean? Like, that would be ridiculous. We thought it was awesome. So it's just like he was saying, like, until that changes, a lot of folks feel hopeless, I'm sure.
Appreciate your call, my friend. Thanks. University of Kentucky student and competitive cheerleader was arrested after the body of an infant that she gave birth was found stuffed inside a garbage bag tossed in a closet, according to authorities.
Jay's here.
Yeah, I got his mic on.
Oh, okay.
Laken Snelling, age 21, was. Oh, I can smell the high karate. It came waffling in right behind him. Was cuffed Sunday after cops were called about an unresponsive infant at a residence near campus grounds in Lexington, Kentucky. The Lexington Police Department said it in a statement, "We found an infant wrapped in a towel inside of a black trash bag in a closet," according to police obtained from WLWT. Is this the girl, Lummy, that spit out the baby?
Yeah.
She had confirmed it to be the mother of the dead infant. The child was pronounced dead at the scene, police said. The cheerleader was interviewed by officers and admitted to giving birth. Citing in the police report, the new mother has been charged with abuse of a corpse, tampering with evidence, concealing the birth of an infant. Nearly all abortions have been illegal in the state since 2022. Snelling is listed as a member of the University of Kentucky's stunt cheerleading team, according to the school athletic website. She is currently a senior at the university and has served on the competition team for the past 3 seasons. We can confirm that she is a member of the stunt team for the last 3 seasons, and all questions should be directed to the Lexington Police Department.
Yeah, she looks like she's at the bottom of the pyramid.
The cause of the infant's death is now pending. Now, Dan, if they could, would her argument be that it was stillborn? Would that be her argument?
That could be her argument on part of the charges, but it wouldn't affect the concealment. See, I don't know what the state laws are on concealment of a birth and what you do to a dead infant, abusing the body.
Is that considered a birth, or is that a miscarriage?
Well, we don't know. We don't know. So
a
we don't know if it's a
would not
stillbirth, miscarriage, if it's an abortion, that maybe she took pills and had a stillbirth afterwards. We have no idea if she's a murderer or not a murderer. But she absolutely, hid the evidence, and so it's. I disagree with some of the draconian abortion laws that some of these states have, and sometimes things like this happen when you have crazy abortion laws.
So I mean, if she had her argument's going to be, I had complications in a stillbirth, and the baby was dead, and then I freaked out, I didn't know what to do, and so I threw it away.
Yeah, I would argue that there is no birth. It's a if in fact it was dead before, they'll be able to tell from an autopsy if the baby breathed air or if the baby did not breathe air,
and how big it was,
for sure. But
so Dan,
there would always be that argument that, if it was a stillbirth, if that's the truthful thing that happened, that there is no birth, that it's a miscarriage, and that she didn't do anything criminally wrong other than conceal the stillbirth, which is, the whole thing is terrible. If she actually murdered it, you remember there were cases like this when we were kids where the moms actually were just afraid because, like Danny said, to come out to their parents that they were pregnant, and they ended up, concealing that they were giving birth somewhere, and rather than putting it at a fire station, they put it in a dumpster. And it's just horrible, because you wonder what the motivation of anyone that would have alleged to have done this could be, because a mother and the child is I think it's the strongest bond I've ever seen, because I became useless in my house.
And I don't know what kind of monster would actually give birth to a living child and throw it in a trash bag. I mean, that person is defective and needs to not reproduce anymore, because we don't want those genes in our gene pool as a society.
Well, that ship has already sailed, my friend, please.
Well, new tonight, a member of the University of Kentucky stunt team is now charged in her newborn baby's death. So stunt is a competitive tumbling and cheer team, if you didn't know. UK confirms 21-year-old Lakin
She was tumbling and, doing stuff like that.
Yeah, base of the pyramid.
Has been on its squad the past
Bottom of the pyramid, a lot of weight on her back.
3 years.
Popped it right out. Stillborn Willie, nothing to see here.
Lexington police responded to her home off campus Wednesday of last week.
There's a lot riding on how this baby died. There's a lot riding on, this will be one that they do an autopsy on, but there's a lot riding on, listen, giving birth to a stillborn baby and hiding it is a way lesser charge than giving birth to potentially a healthy baby and letting it die. That's women's prison compared to probation.
That may be the death penalty in Florida.
Right?
She's going to go to jail for hiding cleaning supplies?
But I'm saying, though, Jay, Dan, one's a misdemeanor.
Right.
And one's a full-blown, murderous felon.
Premeditated.
Yeah.
Infant's body.
Premeditated because they would prove to her that she knew, they would prove that she knew she was pregnant. So that's a premeditation. If you let your baby come out, if you give birth to your baby and you hide it, it's a not a perfect baby, but it's not a dead baby, and then you hide it. That is premeditated because you knew you were pregnant.
Inside a trash bag in a closet. They say that Snelling admitted to giving birth, then cleaning up and putting the evidence in a trash bag. She faces a list of charges, including abuse of a corpse.
Something smelling in the Snelling house.
That's like that lady that put those babies. Remember, she drowned those babies in the car.
Yeah, Susan Smith. Susan Smith.
Yeah, that's
Remember that?
Susan. If this is premeditated, that's
out.
Susan Smith stuff.
I think she's out now.
This blows me.
Is she?
Yeah, I think
She's rehabilitated. She only killed 3 kids.
This reminds me of.
She put the car in drive and got out and let the car go down the boat ramp.
Yep.
And then watched the car go into the water with her kids tied it like strapped into kid seats.
Was it 2 or 3 kids?
I think it was 2.
It was 2.
And I think she's out.
No, she got denied parole.
She
Good.
did,
Yeah.
as she should. Did you see with the Menendez brothers? They're all not going to get out either.
They got denied too, and they should. 2 of the most horrific crimes of our childhood or adolescence, right there.
And the Menendez brother was just a big political deal on behalf of that state attorney who knew he was trying to throw a Hail Mary to get public sentiment to, feel sorry for the Menendez brothers after the documentary, and he damn near pulled it off.
Didn't they switch state attorneys though?
They finally got one that instead of being a zero bail guy, they got a real prosecutor now finally.
And the guy that got beat, that was trying to get the Menendez brothers out, he got beat by like 23 points.
And he was one of those real liberal DAs. I can't think of his name right now, but he was one of those real liberal, one of the original Soros, no cash bail, let everybody out during COVID. Gascon.
Yeah.
That guy.
Now, I think the only person that could potentially step in now is the governor.
He's not going to do it.
Yeah, Newsom is the last decision maker.
And it was what's Newsom said. Yes, no?
He hasn't come out and said what he's going to do.
It's funny, Bubba. The thing about that case that's ironic is the young generation doesn't know much about it, because my son asked me something. He's like, what do you think? And I said, son, 2 things can be right at the same time. They could have had a wrong prosecution, but they also brutally blew their parents' heads off. And so at some point, you got to say you can't condone that.
If they would have not killed him so brutally and then not gone out and got front row Lakers tickets with limos and whores and just killed him less savagely and kind of just hung out the house and was sorrowful and bummed out, they probably would have walked, because if you remember right, it was a mistrial. And
yes.
they walked the first time.
Linda Abrams argued they were raped.
Right. And then the second judge, or the second time around, the judge would not allow any testimony from any relative or anybody that could testify that the dad raped him.
Which I think is weird, Bubba, because that was their whole defense, was the fact that they were acting in retaliation and to prevent further rapes. And so to deny any testimony...
I could blow my parents' heads off if I was getting BF'd all the time against my will.
If in the act of it. But the problem was, this was the first time that anyone had ever argued like battered wife syndrome for a kid or for a child, a male-on-male thing. There had not been a lot of these types of cases and defenses. Linda Abrams was an incredible defense attorney. She's the one who put him in the pink cardigans and the stupid vests and the sweaters.
Yep.
And she got a hung jury on a case because she had legitimate testimony, people would say, including those things that are the basis of the appeal, that showed that possibly this guy had been a chronic abuser of these children. Now, when I was in high school, this happened in Pitty's neighborhood. And it was a daughter who, in the act of, killed her dad. And that was much different. This is something they weren't alleging it happened
Pitty's
in the
neighborhood? She killed her dad?
I'll never forget it. Absolutely.
Because he was molesting her?
Correct.
And she'd had enough?
That's right. And they let her off. She got a gun. She got it off. She was fine. She got off. Well, she's not fine, unfortunately, but she did not get prosecuted. It was justifiable homicide. And that's different than, going and seeing mom and dad in the den reading a book and blowing their heads off, and they're going and raging for 3 months. Much different.
When we come back, is Trump, Dan, have you seen the pictures of his bruised hand and all this kind of stuff? Can we get into that a little bit?
Sure.
All right.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
Rest stop? Yeah.
Gee, I just texted you something.
Oh, did you not get that other text? I did.
Yeah.
What's up, group of lips? Rugged white male Miami. I think a baby aspirin a day is very good over 50. That's better than a full aspirin. It works. The smaller dose works better than the larger dose. 81 milligrams or so a day.
Did you, Tony? Did you get a shakedown on some kale? Fuck, man. You're really screwed once you give out that piece of kale. My daughter liked it, but I'm still not sure what hit me. The capybaras were like trying to get back into their house the whole time. By the way, anybody that sent an email about the Blizzard Fantasy League, Babyface just sent out the email this morning. So whomever the first 10 people were that emailed me, hopefully I wrote most of you guys back, but check your emails. Heather Wiz, you are in. Weeze, you're in. Liz, you're in. Hold on.
Jeff Ryerson.
I think Bubba's Cankles is in. Mike Jerkins. Kevin Robenkoff. Ryan Dunn. Jay Hizzo? Garrett? $260 for 5 people, man. It's I thought I might apply for a job there. Those people got to be making some fucking cash. At least the keychains were only $1. Ryan Dunn died? Ryan from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, who's in here every day, died? Rub Fire Marshal. Fuck, dude, I didn't know that. That's my dude. Those fucking goats, man. I didn't want any. I didn't really need any goats there, to be honest with you. Then I thought those birds were gonna come fucking eat my eyeballs. The rabbits are cool. What up, Skin Dog? They're definitely making some cash there, man. They're definitely making some cash. Yeah, the dead Ryan Dunn didn't send an email to get in the fantasy league. Maybe he did, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to go back and see if it's a Hotmail or something.
Stacy M. Gregory.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Donald Trump says, who, me? Dying? Never felt better.
Then he went out and played a couple rounds of golf.
Donald Trump is putting to bed any rumors of his demise the only way he knows how to, with a sledgehammer. 47 jumped on Truth Social Sunday and blasted out a one-liner in all caps, responding to somebody talking about the recent death rumors by saying, never felt better in my life. And I think, what are they using? Some type of, on Friday, people online were singing a much different tune. Conspiracy theorists speculated that Trump was headed to his grave due to health concerns, citing past photos of his bruised hands and swollen ankles.
There are month-old pictures, too.
Oh, these are from a month ago?
Yeah. We reported on it. That one's from shaking hands, allegedly.
Well, no, that one says August 25th.
That's actually, that looked like the photo from before, but.
Additional rumors surfaced when Trump decided against hosting public events this weekend, but it was revealed that he had golf plans instead.
With his granddaughter.
With his hot granddaughter, who I think is 18, isn't she?
She is.
She is, and she's a great golfer.
Exactly.
University of Miami.
Death rumors seemed to cool off when Trump and his granddaughter, is it Kale? Kai and his grandson Spencer were heading into a motorcade Saturday, going from the White House to the Trump National Golf Club in Sterling, Virginia, where they hit the links. So there's
the opposite of dead. A viral 79-year-old killing it on the golf course.
How old's your mom?
My mom's 80.
Okay, and she's in pretty good health, right?
Yeah, really. She's in really good health.
Okay, so you could bump her, and she'll form a disproportionate bruise.
Oh, absolutely.
To the impact.
Absolutely.
Because she's in her 80s.
But she can't golf 18 holes either.
True. Right. My mom's not in near the shape of Donald Trump.
And
No
I've watched
way.
Donald Trump shake literally 50 hands back to back in a row at the Formula One race. He shook 50 hands in about 3 minutes.
And I've also seen him drive about 250 yards straight down the fairway.
Right, and I've seen my mom get these giant bruises. She goes, where did that come from? She goes, I don't know. I must have bumped it. I have no idea.
My mom
And they
will-
get these giant bruises because they're in their 80s.
My mom will bump like a table, just like, and there'll be a bruise, and and she has the most problems with her shins because your shins are paper thin.
You know, I always say that with I have no extra skin or muscle. When that happens to me when I'm old, that's going to be like a devastating wound.
What's
You're
going
gonna
on
have
with-
to gain. You're gonna have to gain weight when you
I
get
know.
older.
What's going on? He hasn't met with the media in a while, though. I mean, he was meeting with the media a couple times a day.
It was Friday or Thursday.
Well, I mean, it was a holiday weekend.
He had a 3.5-hour cabinet meeting, one of the longest, the longest in U.S. history, and now they're saying he's dead.
I mean, you see him coming out with like his mouth hanging open yesterday and everything.
18 holes is pretty tough, Seth.
Yeah, I couldn't do 18 holes. So anyway, we didn't get into the obvious, but that is, as everybody knows, I'm a Green Bay Packer fan. One would say this is probably one of the bigger NFL trades in the last couple of years.
Oh yeah,
Right? I mean,
Probably since
first
Deshaun
rounders.
Watson.
Yeah,
probably since I hope this one ends better than Deshaun Watson, which I think it will.
The Green Bay Packers basically putting on ski masks, going into Dallas and stealing Micah Parsons from the Cowboys for peanuts. I cannot.
Well, I don't know about peanuts. I mean, he's going to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the entire league.
Is he the guy that was laying down on the sidelines?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, so obviously he and Dallas were, beyond.
Not going anywhere.
Exactly. They were beyond repair.
Like I think he told Jerry Jones, I don't care what kind of money, I'll take less money otherwise. Him and Jerry had a problem.
Well, Jerry was upset because he said he did the handshake contract and Parsons didn't live up to that.
believe that this trade happened.
Jerry,
I think
Jerry also is the kind of guy where he doesn't like when you have that year left on your contract. And, this is like the way that the big-time superstars do it now. Like the guy from the Bengals, he had a year left. Was it Trey Hendrickson? Whatever.
Yes. Bengals, yeah.
But, what they do is if they are having like these unbelievable years and you have one more year left on your rookie deal, they want you, these guys, now this guy, I think he's played the league 4 years and he's had no less than 12. I think he's next to Reggie White. Him and Reggie White are the only two football players in the history of the NFL to start out their first 4 seasons with 12 sacks and above. So he's in a pretty elite category. He's young. He's 26. And he wanted, he's worthy by the way the league goes is to let's go ahead and void out what was he scheduled to make $16 million this year? Something insignificant compared to what he's worth. And, let's void out this last year and now give me a long-term deal. Give me a 4-year, $160 million deal. And let's tear up my final year of my contract and let's roll that into a new longer-term deal with the majority of the money guaranteed. Now, Micah Parsons didn't start this equation. This has been started. I don't know who first started it, but it's been going on for a long time. Where you're playing on your rookie contract, and you're such a stud. I think Patrick Mahomes might have done it, didn't he? Didn't Patrick Mahomes do it, or did he play through his 5th year?
Nobody plays. These guys, the quarterbacks get their contracts way before they're playing on their 5th-year option.
All right, that's what I'm
third
saying.
or 4th year.
And this guy, is in that league of eliteness to tear up my final year of my rookie deal and give me a long-term deal. This guy is that special. He is in that.
Yes.
He's in that elite player. And Jerry Jones, old school, doesn't operate that well. And that was the problem. And all the excerpts that I kept seeing were, we're talking about contracts here. That's what we're talking about, and you live up to your contract. Well, not really. Not when you're there's probably, 6 to 10 guys in the league that can pull this sort of thing, and this is one of them.
obviously Green Bay won the trade. There's many angles to break down here.
And here's the thing, Seth, that I like the fact that the 2 first-rounders, the Packers, they're not going to be top 5 round. They're not going to be top. They're closer to second-rounders. The way the Packers pick. Packers always pick between 17 and 30.
Yeah, they're not juicy picks at all.
No, they're not top 5 picks. They're damn near second-round picks. And, as a Packer organization, I've been very critical of Gutenhunt because he never wants to do anything. But I don't think you can find in draft years 26 and 27 anybody in the 17th to 31st spot that you're going to be drafting in that could immediately have the impact this guy could have. So you're not going to draft anybody better.
They could use it as ammo to trade up for somebody of his caliber. They could use it to trade up for a quarterback. They could use it to trade for a guy to replace Micah Parsons. Like, they could do anything with the plethora of these draft picks now.
You mean Dallas?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great for Dallas. I think it's a win-win, but I think the Packers got the better deal.
So, but Bubba, going along that logic, that he's doing better than expected and doing as expected or better, and that in his 5th year of his 5-year contract you should renegotiate for a long-term contract. What about the athlete that gets a 5-year contract because he's a high draft pick and sucks? Should they just be able to drop his silly ass and not pay him?
They don't pick up the 5th-year option.
The 5th year is always an option.
Yeah, the 5th year is
a
first
round 3 or a 5
on first and second round. No, you know what, Seth, you're right. Just first round picks. They got that 5th year option.
Second round picks have a 4-year deal,
and the second round picks is a year, and not as much. So if you're a first round pick, then you sign a 4+1, and if you're just mildly good, the team picks up your 5th, and during your 5th, they renegotiate you for a longer-term deal, or they trade you while you still have a year left on your deal, and somebody can get you. There's a lot of strategy involved, but when you're on this level, the Packers haven't seen anybody like this since they gave the farm to Philly for Reggie White, and look what that did. That paid in spades. I mean, that paid. That is what they were, Reggie White away from winning a Super Bowl.
Well, this guy is that iconic and that disruptive and that impactful because they said now that Green Bay is favored to win the NFC North because of this trade.
Do you think that they were one player away, Bubba?
No.
They're also a lockdown cornerback away. They did not better themselves and I watched a few of the preseason games. I know they went a few times when they had the ones in on D. Their cornerback play is horrible. Now they have great safety play. The guy's hurt right now, guy from the Giants. But I think this betters them, and I think this makes them a much better team. But I think that
their odds are to have them right in the NFC Championship game versus Philly now. I mean,
it changed everything.
Yeah, big time.
What's your prediction for him, Bubba?
I'm going to go with the Packers angle.
I'm going with that NFC Championship game with a potential. Listen, they don't have that good of an offensive line either. They've had to piecemeal offensive line together. That's where games are won. And boy, Philly's got an absolute corner on that market. The best probably arguably the best offensive line in football.
They got some hogs.
First, because I do think, and I haven't seen a lot of.
And Micah is already getting back injections. I don't know if you knew that or not, Dan. He's getting back injections on like L5 and L6.
L3, L4, right?
L3, L4.
They said he's getting an epidural before the game Sunday.
Yeah.
Who's this?
The
Micah Parsons.
The guy the Packers got.
This guy's already hurt?
He's already got back spasms. And Dallas were dealing with that.
Well, I think before they signed the contract, that meaning Green Bay,
they did a physical.
They do a physical,
yes.
So they have to make that educated decision based on the information they have, whether or not it's a meaningful.
Now, are back spasms a big deal?
No, but is it just back spasms, or does it have a pinched nerve somewhere? I remember when we were looking at Adrian Peterson, he had just fractured his collarbone in college, and they're like, he may be too fragile, and they passed him and took Cadillac Williams, who was a great person and an explosive back, but he was fragile.
But he wasn't no Adrian Peterson.
No, and Adrian Peterson was not fragile. It was a fluke collarbone fracture, and he didn't have any real problems in his career. He had a hell of a career, except for when he beat his kid with a stick.
Meanwhile, your dad damn near got into a fist match with Perkins or whoever when they wanted to draft Keith McCants at, I don't know, 10th or whatever, and your dad said the guy's got a bum knee. I've looked at it 4 times. The guy's got a bum knee. Do not draft Keith McCants.
Let's ignore him.
And they say, Joe, shut up. And like, your dad almost quit over the deal. He was so mad on the deal.
I know. And Dad's also the guy that said that also had 2 more years in him, and he was right.
Also.
Right there as one of the best teams, not only in the NFC, but in the league. This puts them in the serious Super Bowl consideration. I had them in my tier 2 for Super Bowl contenders.
I equate this, Seth, with when the Bears got Khalil Mack. I think that's going to, and the Bears defense was just night and day when 52 played.
Well, they were doing what a lot of teams do. They were rolling the dice when they had Trubisky on his rookie contract, and they could afford the Khalil Mack contract easily. Now you have Jordan Love's getting paid. Micah Parsons is getting paid. I heard these 2 guys are taking up a majority of the Packers' cap, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of moves they have to make in the upcoming years to hold these guys together.
Earlier this week, they clearly
Did you know? I didn't know this because I've been reading a lot of Packer stuff, that Green Bay had the same offer for Khalil Mack. It was between the Packers and the Bears. Same money, same draft, everything. And he came from where'd he come from? Oakland. He came from Oakland, yeah. Came from the Raiders. And the Raiders took the Chicago deal because they thought the draft picks would be better than the Green Bay deal.
Yes.
But Green Bay and the Bears had the same deal. It was between those 2. God, I wish we would have got Khalil Mack.
The Raiders ended up drafting Josh Jacobs with one of those first-round picks they got from the Bears, and now he's on your team.
Now he's on my team.
Yep.
To 1.
And did Khalil go back to San Diego?
He's on the Chargers, yes.
Oh, he's on the,
I don't think people realize just how good Micah Parsons is, okay? This move, going from Dallas to Green Bay, I believe is bigger than the Matt Stafford trade from a few years ago.
Oh, I do too. I mean, Matt Stafford was kind of a wash.
Shannon, the can at $10. They got
when the Rams got Matt Stafford, everybody was excited. Obviously, it led to a Super Bowl. But Micah Parsons is in his
But hold on. But Detroit got Goff, and Goff's not an ass bucket.
They got Goff and 2 first-round picks.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at that trade, I think Detroit did better.
The Rams won the Super Bowl.
They did win one. Detroit's been a better team, though.
Since then, yes, they have. They both won.
He's only played 4 seasons in the league. Matt Stafford was 33, a little older. You know,
the good thing about this guy is he's 26. So, I mean, he's not beat up yet.
He just got back problems.
Caffrey trade was big. Khalil Mack trade was big. This is seismic. I mean, folks, Micah Parsons, again, I know he takes a lot of heat for inside the locker room stuff, his podcast. We will address that because it bears.
Oh, does he got a podcast and creates problems?
I know. I've always enjoyed the stuff I've seen come off his podcast. He's not like Draymond Green where he talks a lot of crap. I mean, maybe there are episodes like that, but he gives good insight.
He made Dak Prescott upset.
No, who cares about that? He's a pussy.
Yeah.
There's some discussion, but let me just remind folks: Micah Parsons in year 1 was runner-up Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, he's been an All-Pro 3 times in 4 years. He has 12 or more sacks in every season he's played so far to start his career. It's not hyperbole to say Micah Parsons is already on track to be a first ballot Hall of Famer after 4 seasons. He's in the discussion with the likes of Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, Myles Garrett as one of the greatest.
I mean, I got Reggie White's last pants. Did you know that?
Do.
Yeah.
Pass rushers in NFL history.
We can't get rid of him, can we?
Can we trade him for Parsons' first pants? We need some Parson pants, Bubba.
We do.
I got a bank that those are going to be worth more one day.
Now, we don't know what's going to happen.
Make a package deal. Parsons and Reggie's pants.
Great.
There you go.
Obviously, but Parsons is a terrible.
And do you know why? Do you know why the Packers finally pulled the trigger and did a sexy free agent move with lots of dollars, and finally, when that's never everyone in this room can't tell you other than Josh Jacobs, which that wasn't I don't think they gave a lot. He was an unrestricted free agent, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. So the Packers, it was a great move. It was a great move, and they gave him a lot of money.
But they didn't have to give draft
They didn't
picks?
have to get any collateral for him. So that was a great move. And where they messed up with is Aaron Jones, who ended up, who I loved, by the way, and ended up going to the Vikings. Had the Packers just offer him the same money that Minnesota did. I saw an article where Jones wanted to stay. Can you imagine, Lummy, if they had Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones only signed for $5.5 to $6 million.
Yeah.
For the Vikings.
I tell you what, if they had Aaron Jones, you wouldn't be able to afford Micah Parsons right now.
Probably.
Well, what's it? Google Hunts. Yeah, he said Aaron Jones was kind of over the hill at that point.
But here's the deal. Here's the difference that nobody except me, a huge Packer fan that lives and breeds and dies, and I get all the sport. I listen to podcasts and I watch different things, and I really pay attention to the Packers. This only happened because of one thing. Google Hunts is not an aggressive free agent guy. Tell me he really likes to hoard his picks. He likes to have, he's the kind of guy that wants 3 7th-round picks. He just hates to give up picks. He's not a big free agent guy. He's not a big name free agent guy where you're giving away, two big first rounders. But here's what changed. Last month, the president of the team, now if you remember, the Green Bay Packers are the only organization that are not owned by a family or a person. The Green Bay Packers are owned by 7.5 million stockholders. And the Green Bay Packers are ran by a board of directors, and the Green Bay Packers are ran in this order. There's a team president that's appointed by the board of directors. Then there's the general manager, and then there's the head coach. And the way it's structured is the head coach and the general manager report to the president individually. And the president pretty much kind of runs the show. Well, the Packers, do you guys remember back in the Eddie DeBartolo and the San Francisco 49ers day of a guy named Carmen Policy? His name was Carmen Policy, and he was I think he was the general manager or the head. He was a major player in the 49ers' success. Look him up, Lummy.
Oh, yeah.
Carmen Policy, read what you got on him for me, if you could, please.
He was a professional football executive. He also led the Cleveland Browns. It looked like he was their VP, president and CEO.
President and CEO of San Francisco during their big run with Bill Walsh and Chuck and Seifert, but he was a major player during the San Francisco heydays. I think Carmen Policy went out and got Dion as a free agent. I think Carmen Policy, he was a long-time San Francisco guy with a ton of success, was he not?
Yeah, that's when he was, they called him the counsel to the owner.
Right. He would only answer to Eddie DeBartolo, and he was, he was the president and CEO when San Francisco had its, when it had its largest and most dominant, seasons.
Yes.
Well, his son has been working for the Packers since 2012, I think on the board and in head of scouting and just some type of executive. And the Green Bay Packers have a bylaw in their, rules that say the president has to resign so that presidents don't get too old and senile. That like the Jim Irsay guy, we had a report on him, Lummy, that he's practically dead for the last 5 months of his life. They had him hopped up on ketamine.
Yeah,
but and the Georgia Hallis, she was getting she would live to be over 100, didn't she?
Oh yeah, Virginia, rest in peace.
Yeah. So the Green Bay Packers, is part of their bylaws, not having an owner, but being ran by a board of directors. of which on the board of directors you have to have at least one former player on there. Like there's all types of, kind of different nuances with regards to how the Packers are ran. But when the president turns 75, he must resign. Well, the old president, Mark Murphy, who was a player back in the 80s, I think he won a Super Bowl with Washington with the Redskins, and then he worked his way through the Packers system, and he ended up being the president for the Packers for oh my God, I don't know
18 years.
How many?
18.
18 years.
Wow, what a run.
So he saw the Brett Favre, situation. He saw the Aaron Rodgers situation, and he retired in July. And, listen, the Mark Murphy way was kind of like the Gooka Hunts way, where they weren't real aggressive. They were tight on their money. They didn't, they liked to draft and groom and stay within their little system. And they were very conservative. Well, guess what? Mark Murphy retired in July, and here comes the policy guy. What's his name? Ed Policy?
Yes.
Ed Policy rolls in. He's one of the policy boys, and he likes to trade, and he likes to do, he likes wheeling and dealing. If this deal would have never been done had the old president who just stepped down in July been still around. This screams of a new era in Green Bay where they're going to wheel and deal, and they're going to, not let Brian Gutekunst be so conservative, and they're going to, make better personnel decisions.
Well, you get him for another 16 years.
I get him for 16 more years, probably the majority of my life.
Nice.
So a lot of people didn't know that, but that's why that deal happened. Because we got a new president now.
So they're going to be a little bit more aggressive, you think, over the next few years?
I think so.
Well, that'll probably help them.
And this policy guy is such a hard ass. Now, Matt LaFleur, how can you argue with his success? He's been there, 4 years? 5, 7, no, 8. He's been there 8 years, and I think he's the second or third winningest football coach since he started. Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, yes.
And him and Gutekunst have one more year on their contract this year and next, and policies like a lot of people would be like, well, let's go ahead and renegotiate so they don't have to be all nervous and stuff. He's like, after this season, we'll think about maybe renegotiating. So I like that. I like a guy being a little bit more of a hard ass. So anyway, that's why it happened, because I got Ed Policy now at the president helm, and not some ass bucket named Mark Murphy who was conservative. I mean, they never traded for nobody. Packers were the least active team in the entire National Football League when it came to being actively involved in big time trades.
So you think their coach is good, though, right?
I think their coach is good. I think LaFleur is good.
You disagree with renegotiating in his final contract, but you agree with renegotiating in the final contract of Mika.
We're comparing two different situations here. Renegotiating the Micah deal was instrumental in getting him. He wasn't going to go to a team that didn't lay down a big number for him long term. So it was if the Packers would say, listen, you know what, we're going to trade, give you 2 draft picks, and come on to Green Bay, and then we'll renegotiate your deal after this year, he would have canceled the trade. His trade was instrumental on getting a long-term and mostly guaranteed contract. And the Packers of old, the conservative Packers, who are ran like a business because they aren't ran by a single individual. The Packers are the only teams that have to give they have to give a public P&L statement. No other team has to. No other team has to give a P&L statement.
Open the books.
But the Packers do.
It looks like, the owner came out and said that with all the weapons that he's putting around the floor, if he doesn't, him and Gutekunst don't get a Super Bowl, then they may be fired.
Mm-hmm. He said that already.
Up in the air.
I like that. Like that a lot. I think Danny's got to go. Jay's got to slip over. Do that next.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Hi, Kush. I like your glasses, sexy boy.
Oh, thank you.
Sexy boy. Real one feel like a motherfucking movie star.
Did you get the good lens, right?
What's that?
Did you get good lens? The good lens?
I don't know what a good lens is.
I know. I think you picked the best one I had.
No, I mean they're good. I mean they're.
Like when I put mine on this weekend when I got them, like I was by the water. It was like fucking watching 4D. You know, like you see like normal TV. Like you know when you go to Costco and they're like crystal fucking clear.
Yeah, that's what it was like for you.
Yeah, I messaged Rico. I was like, these are way better than the fucking like $200 glasses I bought years ago.
These are good. They're a great fit.
Me and last year I had to pay her probably. He probably just say how shitty they are. These glasses suck.
What's up, Robbie? Dude, I saw your nephew, man. Fucking first play of the game. Almost had that tackle for a loss. What a boss. Tough game. I thought Clemson was going to get him. What up, Patty Cakes? Yeah, I could see that. But the ESPN or whatever had him as a player to watch. He definitely jumps off the screen when you watch him. Yeah, the Seminoles had a poor player that was shot over the weekend. And Jameis Winston's brother committed to FSU. And FSU got a $50,000 fine for storming the field. Next time it's $100,000. I don't know how they're going to stop that. Good luck with that. I don't know how you stop the storming. Yep. South Carolina got that Virginia Tech ass for the Beamer family. Oh shit, thanks Robbie, man, that's awesome. I'm gonna be watching him all year. He's no jobber. What up, Scott? Yeah, Lenore Sellers. They're I didn't watch him a lot, but they're talking him up. Somebody said he's the next Anthony Richardson. Let's not start, hurling accusations about guys. I think Arch Manning will end up being fine.
Listen, the Ohio State's just good and they have a good defensive scheme.
Well, I mean, Arch was throwing it like a fucking he was doing he was side arming it and shit. He was throwing
I was watching. There was a couple reads that you could see that he was getting confused on how the coverage was looking.
But I mean, I think he's smart. I think he'll figure it out.
He's a sophomore.
Yeah, I don't know how great Texas is as a team. I mean, they were ranked number 1, but I think Arch will be fine.
Right, exactly. I agree.
What up, Xerxes? Georgia must have played a cupcake because I didn't even hear about them this weekend.
They played Marshall.
Morning, everybody.
How's their new quarterback? Georgia, yeah, because they.
He looked good. I mean, like I said, they were playing Marshall.
They told Carson Beck to get lost.
Weekend.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
No freshman.
Because he's not. I mean, but you said. I agree with you. He's not a superstar.
Carson Beck?
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. But he got the job done.
Yeah, but I mean, Miami has some talent around him.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios. Aquabeto.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show. The wrestler that got his ass kicked by Rampage Jackson's son, was it Raja?
Yeah.
Psycho Stu speaks out for the first time since the brutal assault. His real name is Stuart Smith, was assaulted by Jackson, son of UFC legend Quentin Rampage Jackson, during the unplanned attack at an independent pro wrestling event in Los Angeles. The MMA fighter Jackson entered the ring, slammed the pro wrestler into the canvas before punching him repeatedly in the head. Lummy, I don't think we can play it. I think it gets struck, doesn't it?
No, we'll be okay. We'll be okay if we play it.
Oh, we can?
Yeah.
The 25-year-old had been widely condemned for his actions, but his next wrestling appearance has been booked. So hold on. So they're already booking this Raja guy?
Another company, yeah.
Wow.
For that, is that how cutthroat wrestling is?
Jesus.
I don't know if it's cutthroat, but I think when you have a guy that's in the news, then you want to try to capitalize on that.
And maybe there's going to be people come to boo, pack the joint to boo the hell out of this guy?
Maybe to see what he's going to do. I have no idea.
Imagine what used to happen before these things were televised. How many people used to get their asses kicked by workers?
His injuries included trauma to both upper and lower jaws, laceration of his upper lip, fractured to his maxilla bone?
Maxillofacial?
Which unfortunately resulted in the loss of several teeth. He has a long road to recovery, but remains in good spirits despite everything he's been through. We're deeply grateful. Is this something? Does he say something here, or is
that's what the statement is?
Yeah.
That's just the picture.
Yeah, I don't think he can talk much.
Rampage Jackson said that he wishes he was there when Psycho Stu hit his son with a beer can.
Oh, because
he said he would have killed him right there.
He would have put it into it right there.
Yeah.
So he says.
That's he said that he said Psycho Stu was drunk and that he hit him with a real beer can, and that Psycho Stu is known to get drunk and do those kinds of things.
He put his hand over the beer can.
Listen, I'm just telling you what they say. They.
Did you see the clip out of Indiana? Only Indiana white trash fight this way.
I would watch the language on this one.
Yeah, I think I should probably wait for Clem and Kush on this.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, they just use the F word and a lot of other words.
Longtime New York City principal, Creepy Bill. like you want, hey Trey, who's your new principal? Creepy Bill.
Nice.
Who?
Creepy Bill.
Creepy Bill. All the people know.
That's cool.
Turned school into a sexual playground. This is supposedly going to court or something like that. A longtime New York City principal, recently arrested for allegedly fondling two teachers, is facing fresh claims that he turned his public school into a sexual playground and once groped a teen student. According to the bombshell lawsuit. William Basil, age 66, principal at the Academy of the American Studies in Queens since 2011, is accused of sexually harassing the 17-year-old as well as three women working at the high school in their federal lawsuit, while Basil has been treating a New York City high school as his personal playground for sexual fulfillment. He has enjoyed the robust protections of what?
The Department of Education.
Oh, I thought that was Doge. No, that's Doe.
Yeah, which
is Department of Education. So are they defending him? Like, is his union defending him, or like the Department of with the benefit of the Department of Education's deliberate indifference, Bassell, widely known as Creepy Bill, Creepy Bassell, or simply Creep, by the students and faculty members at the academy, has for more than a decade targeted female employees and at least one female student singling them out for illegal touching, texting, and/or commentary.
Man,
the guy makes $204,000 a year
to be a principal.
Yeah.
But he's been in the game for a while, right? I mean, to turn your whole school into a sexual playground, you can't just do that overnight.
Yeah, that takes a lot of groundwork.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of infrastructure.
I mean, if he'd been doing it long enough to be known as Creepy Bill, man, maybe the feds should have been on it a little earlier.
And thank God the feds are on it, because if the city of New York, they would be like, man, that's no crime here. Bissell was placed on leave from his longtime role at the Astoria school after he was arrested in May on charges of sex abuse and forcible touching, but remains employed by the city as a principal. What? So he got fired from one school and arrested, and then the city has remained him to stay on as principal?
Yeah.
His salary is a whooping $204,000. The public record. Oh, here. This is where it gets into the good stuff. Bissell's litany of sexual harassing acts included groping women's inner thighs, asking about their sexual lives, including questions about their virginity and masturbation, frequent reference to ejaculation, oral sex, and brazenly staring at women, especially their breasts and buttocks.
Hey, that makes sense. I mean, if he was staring at your elbow, I mean, then we'd really have a problem on our hands.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Creepy Bill.
You should be looking at my
Look at my ass and pooch.
You should be looking at my ass.
Jeez.
Wait, Bill, aren't you looking at my ass?
Stop looking at my cheekbones.
The suit also claims that Bissell took a depraved interest in sexual proclivities of his students, commenting on which of them he suspected of performing sexual acts together. So what would he be in the hallway with his, fellow teacher and be like, look at Cindy over there. You think her and Rhonda are, getting blasted by the two football players?
That's exactly what the suit says.
Yeah.
He says, the only reason student X come to school is because student Y sucks his D. Bissell allegedly once told a group of female employees, the suit claims. It's just like he said. He
might not be that far off, though.
Down the hall.
Well,
It's
he might be spitting facts, but I think he needs to keep that stuff to himself.
Right.
Or may I say more tactful.
The only reason Johnny comes to school is because Rhonda's sucking his D.
Yeah, they say, the only reason that the guy comes to school is because they're together.
Despite years of complaints from employees and students to those overseeing the Department of Education, they were either stonewalled or intimidated into silence. The city and the Department of Education officials did not immediately return the request for comment on Monday. Attempts to reach Basil were unsuccessful. The 4 women who filed suit using their full names on a legal filing are current Department of Education employees, including a former student. How would you say? Kayabet?
Yeah.
Leo.
I'm surprised only 4 people are in on this suit. I mean, it seems like this guy was all over the place all the time being creepy.
In 2015, he claims that Basil allegedly groped and rubbed the 17-year-old Leo's inner thighs for several moments, directly touching her skin under her skirt. Man, if I am an educator or I am a teacher, even though you may think I'm a creep, I am going to be sitting on the front row at the bus, behind the school bus driver, with my hands on the little bar there, just completely covering my ass. Not talking to anybody. I mean, other than, maybe to give them instructions if they're acting up or something. But
are you the bus driver or are you just a guy on the board? Who are you?
If I'm the principal and I got to ride the bus, which looks like they might have done.
Right. Okay.
I'm not sitting halfway in the back with little Sally so that I can play the chicken game. Did you guys ever play the chicken game? Maybe it was just a small town thing.
What's the chicken game?
Where you put your hand on a girl's, like she'd be like the cheerleaders, for instance, and they had those little skirts on, and you'd put your hand on her knee, and you go chicken. She goes no. Then you move it like halfway. You go chicken. And she go no. And then you put it right there on the giner.
Oh.
And you go chicken, and she'd say, usually she said yes by then.
Oh, Bubba, breaking news. You've just been added to the Creepy Bill lawsuit.
Creepy Bubba.
Congrats.
The Department of Education investigators allegedly tried to intimidate the teen to keep quiet, questioning her about her account with other adults present. Isn't he writing you a recommendation letter for college? Well, yeah, he is. I mean, doesn't mean he can
That guy looks like a creep.
This guy does look like a creep. Hope they throw the book.
No one's doing locker room talk with this guy.
Another plaintiff, Tara Murphy.
Who's that guy's confidant?
Claimed that Bazell allegedly groped her while he was repeatedly subjecting her to sexual comments and requests for discussing gossip amongst student sex lives while offering his unsolicited pondering of each topic. In one alleged encounter in 2024, Murphy said Bazell began rubbing her back on the inside. Rubbing her back inside her office, touching her bra, and brought his lips to her ear to repeat the name of a soup he wanted to order from a Chinese restaurant.
Wonton.
Oh man.
He's whispering wonton soup in her ear.
Suck me yum. That's the soup he wanted. Murphy froze.
He really did whisper that in her ear. Suck me yum.
Have you heard that soup before?
No, but I need to
drop.
get some. Murphy froze, terrified and disgusted. She could feel his lips on her ear as he repeated, "Suck me yum." Afterwards, she collapsed to the floor, hyperventilating and sobbing. How are they able to keep this under wraps when you got a woman that's, falling to the floor, hyperventilating and sobbing? And wouldn't other teachers say that or come to her aid or something like that?
I feel like it. I feel like this guy was pretty open and brazen with his, grabbing, but I don't know what kind of system he had set up around him to protect him.
I think New York's got a whole other system. Bazell allegedly claimed that a girl attending the school had agreed to perform oral sex on another student, and that another had performed a sexual act in a coffee shop bathroom, and Murphy and asked Murphy if she'd ever done anything similar.
Sandra Gunnell, $20.
This just keeps going on and on and on.
How do we get the perverts out of the school system?
I don't know that you ever do. I think the school system has somewhat become the new Catholic Church.
But can I just be honest for a second?
Yeah, please.
I mean, I don't want to be this guy, but if I'm judging a book by its cover, I think this guy already just looks like a pervert just from looking at him.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, I mean, absolutely.
I mean, is it okay to do that?
Just because you look like a pervert?
We have to eliminate him somehow.
Trust but verify. Trust your instinct.
I don't know. I mean, when you got this much, these many flags since 2011, I can't see how the Department of Education would. I mean, there's come a point, Jay, where the Department of Education can say, "Listen, we're not defending you anymore. You're a scumbag."
For sure.
A 11-year-old. Now, did you see this, Lummy? 11-year-old boy has died after being shot when he allegedly attempted a door-knocking prank on a neighbor. What is that, like ding-dong ditch him?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just kind of like, and then run?
Yep.
Like we've all done all of our lives?
Yep.
Like that was our only form of entertainment, like 8 through 14?
Well, toilet papering was a little less, rambunctious.
Yeah, true. So 11-year-old boy has died after being shot when he allegedly attempted a door-knocking prank on a neighbor. Now, they can't blame this on the little boy at all, can they?
They're considering prosecuting the guy that shot him.
It was 11 o'clock at night.
The child, who was not immediately released,
he died.
Pronounced dead at the hospital on Sunday, according to a statement.
No winners here.
I mean, but Jay, could the bad guy, the guy who shot him, could he say, "Hey, listen, it's 11 o'clock at night. I don't know what the hell's going on. Somebody smashing on my door like that." But I don't think you
can't shoot somebody running away, can you?
I don't think you can shoot somebody through your door.
That's not Florida's castle doctrine, or you can defend yourself and your property like you would defend somebody else. This is where you shoot someone in the back who's unarmed, who rang your doorbell. That's a big problem, even in Florida.
Witness said they saw a man exit his house while the boys were running away with a handgun and shot them.
Yeah, see, now you're done. If you've actually if they happen to try to enter your home and were trying to hit your door so hard that they were trying to get in, I can see that's that's probably a free shoot.
Well,
But-
Xerxes is saying in chat that they were playing a kick the door game, not a ding dong ditch 'em, but kick the door in game. So I'm assuming it was maybe a lot more violent than just a doorbell ring.
But once they've left, but once they left, if they didn't kick the door in, I could see it maybe blasting them through the door as they're kicking it in. But if they leave, I don't think you can follow them and shoot them in the back.
No.
Some young boys were playing in the neighborhood. They were doing what's referred to as doorbell ditching, ringing people's doorbells and just, I guess, playing or having what they thought was a good time. And there was
And that used to be kind of a fun time back in the day, if I was to be honest.
At 11, though?
Yeah.
You don't get
At 11
7.
at night, really?
No, well.
See, the thing is, like, put yourself in this guy's shoes. If I had kids doing that to my house at 11 o'clock, I'm not coming out firing. I'm going to come out. I may have it hidden, and I may wait till the moment's clear at my front door and come out and yell, and I may confront them, but I'm not going to just come out shooting guns a-blazing. I mean, that's a
I might come out with some bear. I might come out with
extreme.
some bear spray, right?
That's a bit extreme,
right? I mean, Jay, I think your guy would be in a way better position had he come out with some bear
Just pepper
spray.
spray.
Yeah, pepper
You could
spray.
literally. I don't think you'd be in any trouble if you shot the kids that are in your yard. I mean, I'm not giving an official legal opinion, but if I were in that situation, and I was in fear for myself, I would take my gun, put it away, and get out my pepper spray and pepper spray them.
But I sent you a news article about the door kicking challenge that ABC did.
Okay,
which
let
I
me
guess
let me
that's what
get
happened.
through this.
home behind us here, which they were ringing the doorbell at. And a witness said someone ran out of that house and shot was shooting at the kids running down the street. And unfortunately,
Look, that's not right either.
Now let's see if that's the right story. If kids ringing doorbells that were shot at running down the street, if that's not what happened, then this is horrible police work and reporting by the news media.
and sadly enough, one of the boys who was 11 years old was shot in the back.
Oh, 11. So I was thinking it was another one of those, like a 17-year-old boy that's like 6'3".
One person has been detained by the cops, has been released. No charges have been filed in the incident.
Oh, 4 minutes ago, it looks like man charged with murder.
Yep.
So what did you send me, Lummy?
I just sent you how they're talking about this new door kicking.
Is this like a new TikTok deal?
Yeah, that's what I guess these kids were
try
doing.
this on my door. I might be I might be that guy. I might officially be that guy, Lummy. Oh, I think I was supposed to let this pre-roll right out.
But it looks like Leon Gonzalez Jr. was arrested and charged with murder.
And I'm assuming the guy who lived there?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm 65 in a few months.
Yeah, that's me. 65 in a few years.
You get Medicare.
The only easy day was yesterday. Just remember, stand by. Hold on. Jesus. Please.
A police warning about the TikTok door kicking challenge. Kids are kicking people's front doors down. People say the prank is not only illegal, but it could be dangerous. Eva Pilgrim has a story. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning again, George. This is a warning for parents to talk to their kids about the door kicking challenge currently trending on social media. You can see the challenge in this video. 3 kids kicking and banging on a door. Police in Chandler, Arizona sharing this video. Authorities say the trio targeted the same house 18 times. Scaring that family so much that they actually moved from that home. The police department writing in its post, let's be clear, these pranks can have serious consequences and lead to charges such as criminal damage, disorderly conduct, or harassment. Parents, please take a moment to talk with your children. Know where they are, who they're with, and what they're doing. They are now in the process of bringing charges against those 3 you saw in that video. And it's not just Arizona. This has been happening nationwide. In Fort Worth, Texas, police posting a similar alert, also noting it can be mistaken as an attempted break-in, potentially prompting dangerous or defensive responses from homeowners.
I mean, if you were a homeowner and they're kicking your door to the point where, it's...
Did you see the way those kids are doing it? They're kicking it and then bang, 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 bang. I mean, that's scary. 18 times.
Yeah.
Did you know where your 11-year-old was at 11 o'clock at night?
Oh, yeah. He was in bed.
I got a 13-year-old. I know where she's every second of the day.
Exactly.
And I will till she leaves at 18.
Yep.
Seem like a prank can result in very real trouble.
Eat lead.
And or danger. And this morning they're hoping
I wouldn't chase them out because I know that you can't shoot somebody that's fleeing.
Doing Yosemite Sam up in the air.
But I would if they're starting to breach my door. and my door jam's starting to get a little. Let me. I'm blowing lead through the wall, through the window.
Might as
Will realize the
Might as well. I'm going to go to prison anyway. I'm Bubba Clem.
possible risk and the consequences of this challenge, and just not do it.
Gonna get shot.
Well, you just
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
You don't know whose house you're banging on their door.
And they're not just teens. You saw how young they were?
The age really ranges when you watch these videos.
Gosh, well, you're right about that. Something really could happen. Thank you, Eva.
Something did.
Yeah, something did happen, you idiots. Now, does 100% on Rotten Tomatoes mean like you're badass, or is a
yes?
Okay, so the higher the number, like it's not like 100% horrible; it's 100% great.
Yes.
So getting higher the score, the better it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And The Rock's new movie, The Smashing Machine, debuts with 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, described as having a spectacular career best performance from Dwayne Johnson. Did you guys see how much weight he had to lose?
I did. I did. You? They also gave him a 15-minute standing ovation last night.
Oh yeah, during the premiere.
Yeah,
Right.
he was crying. It was
I think I got it here.
When you lose that much weight, you're up for some real serious awards.
Well, they're talking about like getting him an Oscar, and I guess
That's
The
what I'm
Rock.
telling you.
I guess The Rock said that he was just making these movies for everybody else, and then he decided that he wanted to start making movies for himself. And it looks like this is the first one of that.
And it's called what? The Smashing.
The Smashing Machine. Yeah.
And what's it about?
I have no idea. I thought it was, I don't know, it looked like a superhero movie from how he's built, but I don't think it's anything like that.
He's built the same way in every movie, Seth.
Well, no, but now have you seen him?
I didn't see the skinny picture. I'm
Oh,
dying
it's
to see it.
about Mark Kerr, the MMA guy.
It's about who?
Mark Kerr.
Here he is.
You know who Mark Kerr is?
Oh my God, he's going to win an Academy Award. Look at him.
I mean,
he's going to win.
How much did he lose?
That's 40 pounds now.
Oh, if not more. Seeing The
my
Rock
Lord.
potentially dialing back on the roids at 53 is refreshing. The guy still is incredibly fit. I'd rather he show the reality of being a healthy man than celebrating another roided out heart attack of a celebrity fitness male at 55. Here is look at that.
I just IM'd you the video too
of the trailer
of him crying last night at the.
I thought I had
the
it.
trailer.
Oh yeah, there it is.
He's got some weight back.
I sent you
thank
the
God.
trailer of the Smashing Man.
Here is this is his 15-minute crying episode.
15-minute ovation. And I saw somebody on Twitter ask, I don't know if it was JJ Watt or Kyle Long or somebody I follow, but they go, is there anything worth cheering 15 minutes for?
No.
Very little.
Unless I won Powerball.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I'm cheering for you.
And I'm only cheering, 2 or 3 minutes.
We're cheering for the best of the world.
I just eventually I'd be like, all right, I got it. I know you like it. Thank you. Stop. You're making me embarrassed. I'm crying more because I'm crying. Let me know. So we do have the trailer, Lummy?
I sent it to you, yes.
Did this for what? Texas? What was that movie?
North Texas.
The one about the AIDS.
With Jared Leto. Yeah, I know.
That was a great movie.
And he's never looked the same since then. And I think he just did the same thing to himself. Look how old he looks.
The Rock, you said, looks old?
Yeah, I think he looks older right now than he did before that movie. I think when you lose that kind of weight, sometimes it never comes back on your face. Look at Matthew McConaughey before and after that movie. Texas Buyers Club.
Texas Buyers
That's
Club.
it.
Dwayne Johnson looks so different after after weight loss transformation. Is this his new? Well, it looks like he maybe really got down for the movie, then maybe picked up another 10 or 15.
But look at his face.
It looks
different.
Yeah, kinda. Now that must have been right when during shooting, and he was taking water pills and diuretics and trying to get as low as he possibly can. To me, he doesn't look healthy. He looks a little what they call gaunt. He looks a little gaunt there. Now there, he looks good. He looks good there. But maybe that's the old Rock, and this is the new Rock. Is this?
Yeah, that's the new Rock. That is the new Rock right there.
I don't think he can be the yoked up Rock if he wants to start getting into these, some of these, I don't know, more serious roles.
Look at Julia Roberts, how good she looks. Whoa. She looks great. Is that Jeff Gordon?
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield.
Spider-Man.
Bunch of other people. As these all people on the red carpet, Lemmy.
Yeah.
That went to the and by the way, you have
the trailer for the
you have the trailer?
Yeah, the Mark Kerr.
All right, well, how about we do that when we return?
Perfect.
All right.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
Julia Roberts' daughter, Emma, is a massive baseball card collector.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it's her niece. It's her niece. I'm sorry. It's her niece. It's her niece. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Come on, man. You gotta know that history of her better.
OnlyFans takes 20%. It's interesting when these girls are saying they're making all this money.
Yep, they only take 20%?
Yeah, they take 20.
And then the government takes.
Yeah, and then you got your tax. So when you're just showing you're straight, what you're getting before all that's taken out, yeah, it's gonna be quite nice. Yep, the Blizzard League's happening. The invites have been sent out. I just went through and sent them to the first, I don't know, 8, 11 people, or well, the first 10 people that had emailed me.
What's up, Boy Luck?
I mean, did you send me something, the trailer?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And what's it about, an MMA guy?
Well, Mark Kerr.
Who's Mark Kerr?
He was like one of the first MMA guys. He went over. He did a lot of steroids. He went over and fought in Japan, I think it is.
Oh, okay.
I think he was a former wrestler. Or, yeah, he was a collegiate wrestler too. Yeah, he's from Iowa. He wrestled in high school.
No Pokemon for me. I tried to understand it. I just can't.
I think. Yeah, he was a Division I champion at Syracuse. I think he wrestled against Angle, but think he was in the higher class, weight class.
I'm surprised you don't know about that, Bubba.
Yeah, they had to move the Pokemon cards behind the counter at like Target and Walmart and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. He missed that. Yeah, he lost to Kurt Angle. And then he went into MMA. He did a shit ton of steroids.
I can't say it's pathetic because then someone could say that about me, but I'm not really waiting in line at a Walmart. I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm not running to a shelf with another dude.
You're not taking cards out of a kid's hand?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Like that baseball hat last weekend?
Yeah, that.
Excuse me, that one.
The Polish CEO.
He met with that kid, by the way.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The Polish CEO came out and was like, "You guys gonna fuck off."
The guy.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
So, Lummy, this is the Smashing Machine, the latest movie that The Rock starred in. Now, did The Rock, finance it and produce it? And, when you say he's finally working for himself and he's not working for others, did he, I'm assuming maybe produced, directed, financed?
He's listed as one of the producers.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is about a former or one of the original, back in the early stages of MMA. It was about a guy that went to Japan, right?
Well, he was a collegiate wrestler for Iowa, and he lost to Kurt Angle and then stopped wrestling and went into MMA.
Okay.
He did a ton of steroids.
And what was his name?
Mark Kerr.
Mark Kerr. Was he a champion? Was he well known?
Yeah, he was a Division I collegiate champion, and MMA, I believe
They just say he's
15 wins. Yeah, 15 wins.
Yeah, Ultimate Fighting Championship star. It doesn't say he was a champion.
Probably looking at my eyes.
How did that happen?
Well, have you ever heard of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC?
Now, is that The Rock?
Yeah.
Oh, with hair. That's why I don't know.
That's the bloody thing that they're trying to ban.
This guy is the best he has ever seen.
Do you hate each other when you fight?
Absolutely not.
How do you know Mark Kerr? Oh, we go way back, but he's a buddy of mine.
Come on, baby. Too much?
Never.
Too much?
No.
Please welcome in his Octagon debut, Mark Kerr!
Winning is the best feeling there is. It's 40,000 people, and they're cheering you on. There's no other high like it in the world. No contract, no money?
No money.
Do you have any stronger pain medication?
Advil?
Advil?
Advil. Guy's looking for some perkies.
Yeah.
Boy, I got to tell you, The Rock looks good with hair, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he's got some sort of mask or makeup or something too.
He looks completely different. He looks like Lou. He looks like a young Lou Ferrigno.
He sure does.
Doesn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a really good-looking young Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
Don, would you like?
No.
They're handing them out like candy. Let's all get in. Everybody get in. Yeah, Don, can you take this picture for us?
Yeah.
What are you thinking at the beginning of the fight?
It's simple. Am I going to hurt him before he hurts me?
She's a great actress.
What's that?
That woman, I've seen her in other
Emily
movies
Blunt.
before. She's a great actress.
Emily Blunt?
Yeah.
Hot.
She's a really good actress.
This Grand Prix to crown the greatest fighter in the world. He has come back from the brink. Let's see if he can pull out a victory over Mark Coleman.
Have you spoken to either about fighting such a good friend for a life-changing amount of money?
I just need you to let me in.
Always about you. Only about fucking you.
Try hit that?
Yeah.
Now, did the guy, what's his real name in real life?
Mark Kerr.
Did he die like unexpectedly?
No,
or
I think he's still alive.
Let's fucking go.
Oh, another F-bomb, but this one from a lady, which makes it far hotter.
Big strong man, I love
Where's the skinny part?
I think you want your autograph.
Sure, no problem. No fighting.
Yeah, where's the skinny rock at?
Where's that
I don't
part?
think he got skinny for the movie. I think he just got skinny for life.
Oh,
After
really?
being so jacked in that
Probably
movie.
a new role he's working on, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, like he got the HIV or something.
I thought that was waiting for the punchline, like he got sick unexpectedly.
Yeah,
and
that's
he was dead,
when
and
they
then
when
Lum
they
was like,
showed
"He's
the
still alive."
when they showed the hospital deal. I was thinking, okay, now this is where he got hurt, sick.
Well,
Jay, appreciate you, my friend.
Appreciate you.
I'll walk you out.
Yes, sir.
Clem and Kush thereafter. I don't know. I probably shouldn't skip Clem Kush today, should I? I feel like it.
If you're not feeling it, I don't think we should force it. But I think that,
But you think I should do it? I'm just gonna blab about stuff I'm not supposed to blab about. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Is that good? You mean, is that good or bad?
No, that'll be bad for me.
That'll be bad. Okay.
We'll figure it out. Me and Kush might or may not do a show. Might or might not. Just give the people who hate us more ammunition to hate us, which is what we might will do.
There's more people that like it.
All right, I'll walk Jay out.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummit.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
You're wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
Co-host Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire of Council. Co-host J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I repeat hello.